I'm Ira Green from Kingsbury, Texas with Flying G Barbecue. You're watching live on the Smokin Gooder Show. So Smokin Gooder Show. I fucked that all up. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, watching live. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. It's the what?
So Smokin Gooder Show.
It is the So Smokin Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
Hi guys, I'm Carly Alexinas with Give 'em Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Bam. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We're gonna have another one. It's a good one. We're gonna have where'd I go? Where did I go? All right, we're back. We're ready to go now. All right, we're gonna have another great guest tonight. We got Sergio Chapa from Coyote Cookers. He's gonna be joining us here in just a little bit, but you guys know what time it is. It's a little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it is June the 12th, 2024. Welcome to the show. Let's get our co-host of the evening back in here, and we're going to be joined. He's not ready yet, but we're going to be joined by Mr. Eddy Morales from the Pitfather Barbecue. We're going to bring him on right now. What is going on?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you, my man? What is going on, man?
Man, I'm just trying to be prepared,
What's with all this gray? Are you mocking me tonight? What is going on here, bro?
I'm just hiding my hair, bro.
I don't know if you're hiding your hair, or do we just need to show all our gray tonight? I don't understand what's going on right now.
Man, I got a hairnet.
Oh,
here.
that's not gray. That's a hairnet. Let me
That's a hairnet.
Let me bring
I got a hairnet on my head too, and my eyebrows just in case.
All right, so I'm just gonna let you wear this hairnet for just a minute before we get to why you're wearing the hairnet on tonight.
It's because I'm making a drink. I don't want to drop a hair in it.
What's in the cup tonight, man? What's in the cup tonight?
So I realized that, man, my big cup, I was feeling it too much. So, man, I went down to a little cup, and I've been drinking too much Tito's.
I like it.
So,
well, I didn't even get you distracted me because I could see you putting on something. So you distracted me, but I didn't get to the show opening. Well, welcome to the show, Gooder Gang. We're happy to have you back. However you're watching us tonight, whether it be on Facebook or on YouTube or on the Twitches, however you're checking us out, me and my co-host, Mr. Eddy Morales from the Pitfather Barbecue. My name is Robert Rocha from checking in from the Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters. We appreciate it. Right, Eddy?
Oh, we love it, man. We appreciate it very much every week.
What do you think of the Gooder Gang? We're already 50,000 in already. We're just starting the show. I'm excited. I think the guest tonight is bringing in some he got some peep bringing in, man.
Man, I think so. Apparently he's the favorite mustache of barbecue. That's what I heard today.
He is the favorite mustache of barbecue. I mean,
Definitely you're top 2 for me.
You're kind of, infringing in on, I like to, do my hair for the show. I'm wearing a hat tonight, but generally I'm doing my hair tonight. I got the beard working, but since you've been coming on the show, you've been stealing a little shine on me. But tonight, Sergio is going to steal all our shine tonight. Look at that stash. He's waiting in the green room. He is ready to come on. What do you know about our guest tonight, my man?
Man, I know he's been killing it, And he's always been a great cook, but man, right now he hit a gear.
He's definitely turned it into high gear. I'm excited to hear his story tonight. Our guest tonight is Sergio Chapa from Coyote Cookers. You guys know him. I call him everybody's favorite Theo in the barbecue world. He is a great person. He's got a great family that supports him, and they're all part of the cooking team. So we'll learn all about this tonight. We'll hear his Mount Rushmore later in the show. We'll hear his barbecue homies later in the show. But before we get to any and all of that, you know what we got to do first, Eddie? That is salute the Gooder Gang that is checking in right now. And they have come in force. If you guys are in the Gooder Gang, put a comment down, and I'll make sure that I highlight you guys, because again, you guys are the best part of this show. Checking in first. Oh, let me step back real quick. If the show is a little off tonight, which it was earlier, because I'm trying to do everything. Producer Ty is not able to join us tonight, although he did lay the groundwork in, so he did a lot of the back work in already. But it's just me back here, me and Eddie, and his hair nets. We'll get to the hair nets in just a moment. But first in, Carlos Calzada. He's got a class coming up. If you guys don't know, he can put those class dates in the comments. I don't know if you're a fool or not, Carlos, but put them in there. Sup, Gooder Gang? Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Daddy Dutch checking in. Good evening, y'all. I'll tell you later. Barbecue. Sup, Gooder Gang? Who's ready to cook this weekend? Nichos, Porky's, Pit Crew. Good evening, Gooder Gang. Corby, Simpkins, Cockadoodle Q, if you don't know. Good evening, Gooder Gang. Chris Goodman, what is up? I made it on time. Yes, you did. Renee Sanchez, what is going on? What's up, Gooder Gang? Who else we got? Judge Wep checking in. Armando De Luna. What's up, Gooder Gang? Sean Trainer. What is up, brother? What's up, brother? What's going on? Billy Ruff. How about this guy? Billy Ruff. Been in the background with AJ Garza in God's Country Barbecue, stepping out, doing his own thing. Already got some big walks already. What do you know about Billy Ruff, Mr. Eddie?
Man, I met him, like you said, cooking with AJ, and man, I just recently saw that. I don't know if he used to cook on his own, but he's on his own right now, and he's turning it up too, man. He got that. I don't know if it's the brisket or the rib, one of them. Man, he's been hitting first place. So
that's roughed up barbecue. Man. Keep it up, Billy. We'll see you on the show real soon. I have a good feeling. Ricardo Nieto, what is going on? Wise Burrows Barbecue, what is going on? Bobby Delgado, Cuatro D Drum Smokers, if you don't know. Serge, our follow team. What's up, Gooder Gang? Serge had a good brisket trim video I just saw. Jeremy, is it Knippa or Nippa? Howdy. What is up, Jeremy? Good to see you, my man. If you guys don't know, that man can rap. Yeah, that guy can freestyle. If you don't know, Rockin' A Grilling Supplies, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Yes, their daughter, Carly, I put her in the comments. Back2Back GCs and the Outlaw Barbecue Association. ZZ Top Fan, what is going on? Let's see. Johnny Mags. What is up, Johnny Mags? What's up, Gooder Gang? I did a Johnny show on Monday. Austin Ruff, Barbecue Drama. What's up, Eddie and Rob? There's no drama. There's no drama in barbecue. That oil money, that is Kyle Hernandez. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Tony Longorio, what is up? There's Sarah Joe. What's up? Hey, Gooder Gang. Welcome to the show, Sarah. F Bombs Barbecue. What's up, Gooder Gang? Who else we missing here? Sean, I got him. Ricardo, I got him. You guys are just Shaler Choppa. That last name sounds familiar. Is there a hair in your cup, Eddie? I think he's talking to you.
There's not, because I'm wearing my handy dandy net.
Brandon Flores, what's up? Larry Vaughn checking in from South Jersey, I'd imagine. There he is right there. Brandon Perry, man. This is what I tune into. What's up, Brandon? How are you, my man? How'd your weekend go, my man? Wes Reed. That's my good friend right there. What's up, Bubba? John Rodriguez, CB Barboza. CB, hit me up, bro. I need you on the show. You're killing it as well. Jared McCrory, there he is, my man. Who else we got here? Uwe Braun, our favorite German barbecue cook. I think we're getting towards it. Reggie Q. What's up? What's up, Vince? Reggie Q. There's Mary Delgado. What's going on? Michelle Martinez, welcome to the show. What's up? Matt Casper, what is going on? Shelton Bauer, a new name. I like it. Welcome to the show. Smoking in D's Barbecue. Jackie Milligan. She's a badass, by the way. There you go. Mario Rios. Cesar Mejia. What is going on? Wednesday Ritual with the gang. What's up, everyone? Robert Lee. Man, you guys are just keep it coming, man. Let's go. I love it, though. This is what
you can come back on the screen, bro.
This is what we do. I got you solo. There it is.
They're just watching me get drunk while you read the comments.
Candy Free Baines, what is going on? Jordan Hernandez, little gringo, there he is. What's going on? Gary Robertson, I got your box in the house. There's Ty Cobb. What's up from Schaumburg, Illinois? Where's Ty? Ty, if you want to jump in, we will not allow you. Mandy Robles, what's going on? Hey, out of Fire Cookers here for Coyote Cookers fan club. Yes, he's got a fan club apparently. I like it. All right, last ones. El Barrio in. Adam Martinez, get up, Chucky. Let's go. Ocala Q. There's Randall checking in, and Eric from Kinfolk Cookers. What is up? All right, man. Checking in. 76,000 already before we even start this show. Is it you? Is it me? Or is it Sergio that's bringing all these people in, man?
Might be Sergio.
All right. Well, let's check in. We'll see what's going on with us before we get to Sergio. And I told him 8:15. I didn't realize the Gooder Gang was going to come in full force tonight. That's Sergio's fault. So he can hang in just a little bit in the green room before we get going on. But you were in Quero, Texas, man. A big 112 team contest. IBCA, shout out to the IBCA. They had a 112 team contest out there. Great job. How did it go for your let's talk about Pitfather barbecue first before we get started, man.
Man, I wasn't even there. So and I saw everybody at the end. They're like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you were here. So, man, that's how it went. I felt I had an okay cook. I wasn't crazy about my ribs, like the usual.
Right.
Man, I love my chicken, and I don't think they liked it. My brisket, it was just, just a brisket. It wasn't anything special, but man, so no excuses. They didn't like the food, and man, it is what it is. I had a good time. Man, I hung out with Fred and Carl Davis. Man,
Fred was there too.
Yeah, Carl was there, and man, he had a pretty good brisket call. And we hung out with JJ and them, over at part of the Dos Pendejos team or crew or whatever. Yeah, right. We hung out with them, man. They had a bunch of food. So, man, I went to have a good time pretty much. So,
well, it sounds like you did have a good time, but had walking into awards, when you feel good, did you feel good walking in, or did you realize you had something that wasn't honestly, quite there?
Man, I didn't feel good. And I don't say that often, but I didn't. I wasn't. My brisket, maybe I was expecting something, but ribs, I would have been surprised if I walked in ribs. And man, chicken I thought was great actually. So if anything, yeah, chicken and brisket. Ribs, man, it's probably not gonna happen. So I don't know where they ended up. Man, I didn't even look. I just know I didn't top 15 it. So
what didn't you like about your ribs?
25. Man, I cooked some Prairie Fresh primes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was me that, fucked them up, but I didn't like them, man. They had a different taste than what I'm used to with the naturals and the IBPs, so I don't know if it was the rib or me, but wasn't a big fan of the taste or the texture, or man, I just didn't like the rib.
Obviously, we know you cook a lot of CBAs. You went and did an IBCA. Did that affect anything? I mean, did you? Yeah. Obviously, we know you have to turn in what is it 9 or is it 8? What's 8? 8 slides. Those look like eyebrow ones. I mean, yeah. Those look like eyebrow and hair nets there.
So, man, it's 8 ribs, half chicken, and 8 slices. So, okay. Man, that didn't bother me.
Right. Shouldn't.
I don't have a problem with man, I love cooking IBCA. I don't have a problem with it. And they just didn't like my food there, I got a couple IBCAs lined up, in the next couple weeks, so we'll see what happens.
Well, we know you cook all sanctioned bodies, and so let's get into it. You're wearing a hairnet. Brandon Perriman is in the comments. That's always Forward Barbecue. Sergio, please bear with us. We'll get him in here in just a minute. And all the Sergio fans, we'll get him in here in just a minute. But let's talk about what happened this weekend at Quero. There was for those that don't know, we're not picking on IBCA. It just happened to be there to where unfortunately a cook got DQ'd for a hair in a box. And if we want to talk about just the fact that hair in a box is a disqualifying offense, we can talk about
I don't
that.
know
But
if it is or not, but I do know that disqualifying a box, man, it's up to the judge. It's at the judge's discretion. So, man, I don't know if the rule says no hair, you know what I mean? But it does say no foreign objects or whatever it says. And man, it's up to the judge if he wants to disqualify it or not. I wasn't in the judging room, so I don't know what the judge's reactions were like. And was it the first judge? Was it the second judge, third, fourth, fifth, sixth?
Right.
Whose hair was it? Man, Brandon ain't got much hair, and supposedly, from what he was told, it was a long white hair,
gray
light
hair.
colored hair.
It was my hair.
So, and he doesn't look like he has a long beard.
No. No, obviously, I mean, if it was a gray hair or a white hair, it wasn't Brandon's. Brandon's a younger guy. He doesn't have a lot of hair on his head. So somewhere it got into the box.
Yeah.
Maybe after he turned it in. You know how meticulous we are. We do this Rate My Box every weekend, right? And so we all take pictures and we can all see it. I'm sure Brandon took a photo prior to turning it in. So again, we're not picking on anybody. You know me. I highlight and I share every sanctioning body's event on this show. So I'm definitely not that guy to pick on anything. But I just want to, like we do the Rate My Box, like we try to have constructive criticism. We try to help each other. And I'm just trying to help anybody out there as far as the sanctioning body to maybe curb this rule, because I'd like to hear from the Gooder gang what you guys think about that, disqualifying for a hair, because, I know that, other sanctioning bodies would, that is not a disqualifying event. And I get it's to the head judge's discretion, and IBCA or this sanctioning body leaves it up to the discretion of the head judge, and which is perfect. They're all professionals. They all do it every weekend. And obviously, if you see a hair and a judge raises their hand, that's going to, turn off the other judges to begin with. Just like a chicken, right? If it's, somebody raises their hand and says, hey, this chicken is not completely cooked or it's raw, whatever. It could not be raw. It probably isn't raw. It could be smoked and it could have a little red tint to it. But as soon as you raise your hand and draw attention to it, that next 2, 3, 4 judges are just going to be wary of it. So what do you guys think?
That's where I'm like, man, what judge brought it to the attention? Was it the first judge? Now, okay, if it was the first judge, then you're kind of fucked. But man, if it was judge number 6, it's already been judged by 5 other people.
Right.
So, man, give them those scores and then just give them the lowest scores on the last one. Give them 5s or 2s or whatever they do. And the biggest thing that I've seen, because I posted something off, and again, man, I don't care what sanctioning body it is. I don't think that should be disqualified. And that's just my opinion. And the biggest thing that I've seen people commenting is, well, when you go to a restaurant, you're not going to eat food with hair in it. Man, yes, you're right. But I'm not at a restaurant. You're eating food that is cooked outside by not professional cooks that don't wear this shit and don't wear, man, some people don't even wear gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and I'm not trying to turn judges off, but man, there's some nasty people out there.
And
you're still eating the food. So,
right,
man, a hair, man, take that shit off and eat it. And there's 8 slices to pick from,
Yeah,
was it across the whole brisket? Probably not.
Yeah, if I'm doing KCBS, I'm turning at least 6. If I'm doing CBA, I'm probably turning in 7 to 8. So in a judge is only cutting so much, so there's probably still 4 slices left at the end of the end of the contest. Once that 6 judges or however many judges that I don't know how many judges they go through, but they probably could have pulled 2 slices or whatnot. I don't know. It is just something that every sanctioning body needs to take a look at, and just so these guys like Brandon, he was in line for,
man, he had 2 great walks.
2 great walks, probably in line for a top 5, top
Definitely,
10 at least.
Sure.
You get paid for this. It is a high dollar event. And so, and then the expenditure you put out just to show up at a contest already, to just be, DQ'd at that point is tough. And again, nothing against any sanctioning body for doing it.
And
Rules are rules.
Like I said, it could be it could be any sanctioning.
This is the game we play. You know, it could have been, you know, like I mentioned earlier, a little blood in a chicken. You know, if you really want to go hunting for a raw chicken, you could probably find it each and every weekend, man.
You know exactly where to go for that. You know, you know exactly where to cut if you want to see that. And one last thing is, whenever we cook around our friends, man, you get a slice of brisket, and I don't know about you, but I cut mine. I get my knife, I lay it down and I cut it, and I put it on my spatula.
Right.
And there's 6 bites on there.
Yeah, for one slice.
Technically, man, you can feed 6 judges with 1 slice. So, man, you're not gonna tell me that hair went all over the fucking box. And man, nah, it touched every slice. We're gonna DQ it. So, again,
we're not picking on them. I like to highlight all sanctioning bodies. Can we get past the hair incident? Can you take? You gonna wear the hairnet all night long?
No, well, only whenever I make my drinks, because I don't want a hairnet.
All right, I see Brandon's in the comments. He was great. Justin West, he is the president of Outlaw Barbecue Association, and he had a great comment. He said, "It's up to me. You pull the piece of meat that has the hair on it and move on. If the hair hits every piece, then pull the entire box." But yeah, I don't know if it did. So yeah, I don't know. I think all sanctioned, but this is a learning experience, right? We all need to learn from every bit and everything that happens during a deal. And again, like we do the Rate My Box, this is just another chance to have some constructive criticism for every sanction and body to see about readdressing this rule, because man, it really cost a good cook maybe his first or second, or his very first RGC or GC. You never know. It affected some overall rankings in the IBCA points chase, which we're going to talk about right now. There's 2 weeks left, and I promise Sergio will get in here, man. But there's 2 weeks left in the IBCA season, and I want to highlight what's going on over there right now. And with 2 weeks left, we're going to go top 10 real quick. Ted Skinner with Mad Scientist Social Club. He's sitting in 10th. Sam Freeze, Triple Up Barbecue in Region 3. Ted's in Region 2. He is in 9th place. Gerald Johnson, Burning My Money. He is in 8th place. Stephen Foster, ID and S Cookers, Region 3. Tony Longorio, he's in the comments right now. Los 239 Grillers. He's sitting in Region 3. Zach Smith, Meat Locker Misfits. He is in Region 3 as well. Man, a lot of Region 3 cooks. Jamie Roby in 4th place, Texas Smoke. Region 2, Blake Schendel from Alley Cats in Region 3. And then we got Randall Kendrick from Hideaway Ranch Cookers sitting in Region 2. And then Ira Green, Flying G Barbecue, is the top cook with 2 weeks to go. But, man, that is tight right there. He's at 12,390. Randall Kendrick's at 12,195. Then you got Blake at 11,308. It is tight right now. There's 2 weeks left in the season. I'm curious to see how that goes, man. But you've won this, or did you win IBCA Team of the Year? How you've done this before, right? You've done well.
I think I was 4th or something like that.
All right. Oh, 3. I'm sorry. 3 cooks away. My bad. That's right. This weekend, and then 2 after. So there could be some changing here at the top here. But good luck to all of those cookers that are going out there for that IBCA points chase. All right, Eddie, let's get to our guest. But before I get to the guest, I got to do a sponsor roll. My man has got this queued up, and then we'll get Sergio Chapa from Coyote Cookers here in just a second. But here we go, right quick. Let's get a sponsor roll, and we'll get started with the show.
Shout out to the supportive and outstanding sponsors: Rectag, Smokin Magic, Cosmos Q Products, K&R Pipeline Services, Race Crew Drum Smokers, Barbecue 321 Podcast, Texas Oil Dust, LC Barbecue, Pinkerton Texas Pit Barbecue, Frisco Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, War Pig Barbecue, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Chicken Fried Barbecue Grind, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, Texas Original Charcoal Products, Got Your Six Culture, We Branded Promotions, and The Barbecue Store in Hempstead. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Absolutely. Thank you for supporting the show. If you're interested in supporting for next season, which starts July the 1st through June 30th, there is still not much time, still some time. I'm pretty much locked into our sponsors for next season. But if you're interested in sponsoring the show, we'd love to talk to you about it. You can look me up, Rob Arocha, on Messenger. Hit me up, and I'd love to tell you what we're all about. But we're about close to locking it up for sponsorships for 24 through 25. But again, I'd like to talk to you if you're interested. We got some great sponsors lined up. Some going to be the same. We got some new ones lined up as well. We're excited to partner up with those guys. And if you're interested, we're excited to partner up with you guys. We got a great show. We'd love to continue to promote barbecue and people that are all around the barbecue community. So hit me up, Rob Arocha, or you can look me up on our email me at rob@bullhornbbq.com. All right, let's do it. This man, he's killing it right now, as Eddie said. Killing it in the barbecue world right now. He's coming in hot. He's doing great out there. Everyone's favorite barbecue Theo is what I said earlier. And he's got the best barbecue stash in the game. Oh, let me pull that out. I did not mean to pull that up there. But we're talking about our man right now, Mr. Sergio Chapa, Coyote Cookers. Can you hear me, my man?
I don't think he can.
Everything worked fine before we started. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Why don't you log out and log back in, and then we'll.
Well, he can't hear you, so I don't think he heard that.
Let me just boot him. I'll kick him, and then he'll figure it out. Let me send him a new message. I mean, he was just in. Everything worked just fine. That's a live show. It's a live show. So let's. There he is, right there. Let's see if he's back in.
Yeah, I hear you now.
There you go.
I hadn't even started talking yet, man. I got muted.
It's all right. Were you muted? I don't think you were muted. I think something happened. Anyway,
I can see everything.
That's what we do with live shows, man. You know, it happens. Sometimes it happens. I'd love to continue to, Eddie, if you see a comment in there that I need to highlight, you please do, because producer Ty is not in here. But if you guys have some comments, we're going to have Mr. Sergio Choppa from Coyote Cookers in here. He's got a great story for us to all learn about. If you have any questions for him, put them in the comments. We'll make sure we highlight them and ask him later in the show. But welcome to the show, man. First time in, well-deserved. Love having first-time guests on, especially guys that are out there or teams that are out there doing well and killing it, man. But congratulations. I don't want to say congratulations, but welcome to the show, my man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me. First time, obviously. Hello, Gooder Gang. And I'm just going to start off by saying I've had my mustache over 30 years, so I'm not shaving it, and I'm not wearing a hairnet. But I did think about this. We're going to get us some extra whole gel.
Oh, shit, Johnny B.
So if you see me and it looks kind of waxy and it's plastered to my face, that's why. We're not shaving nothing. I won't quit cooking, but I'm not shaving.
Gotta get you one of these, bro.
I know it, but I didn't wear a mask, man. So why would I wear that? But that's
Ricardo, the stash has entered the building. Love the stash. Los Gordos, you're not late. You're just in time, my man. What is going on? Well, welcome to the show, man. You have been killing it out there, man. It's awesome to see. I love. I've got to meet you and your family over the last year or so. So it's great to see all the success that you're having. I just remember some of the big moments that we've had, and we'll talk about them in a moment. But a lot of people watching tonight. I think you're bringing in some eyes to the show, man. You got yourself a following, my man.
I didn't even know that. I really did not know that. We just go out and we try to stay humble. We do our thing. We try to get better every weekend. We take notes. We work as a team all the time. There's no I. It's not me, and it's always us. And we always work towards getting better. And what happens, happens. Let the chips fall. But we've been lucky. I guess there's a lot of luck involved. Y'all know that. I mean, you can
Absolutely.
same exact thing week in, week out, and doesn't mean you're going to win it all ever.
Yep.
We've just been lucky when it's lined out that way. The stars aligned, man. That's all I can say. I mean,
we say that all the time. You got to cook good food and get doubly lucky. Sergio Chapa is man.
I learned a long time ago that so long as your food's good and you know it's good, be honest with yourself. If it's good, it's good, and don't take the knock so hard. Don't take it so personal. But if it's shit, admit it. It's shit. It was tough. I didn't do this right. I didn't do that right. Damn, I forgot that step.
Man, I say that all the time.
Yeah. You know?
If you think it tastes like shit, man, everybody's gonna think it tastes like shit.
And I want to hear that too. And so a lot of guys will walk up to me and they'll say, "Hey, man, try this." And I'm not that guy to be an asshole, you know. So a lot of times I'll go with it. I'll say, "Yeah, you know, maybe it wasn't tender enough," or "Damn, it's kind of salty." And so, you know, but I won't just cut their heads off. But I want them to cut mine off. I want to.
Man, just cut their heads off, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
And if they're bringing it to you, it's because they trust you, right? So they want your honest opinion, man. And if it tastes like shit, man, it tastes like shit. Sorry, brother.
And most of the time, it's not even the flavor. It's always tenderness. I think that's our biggest stumbling block is getting it tender, getting it right. Getting it where it's not just fall apart, of course, but you don't want to chew on it forever. You want it tender and you want it right. But yeah, we've all been there, man.
Lowe says Eddie's a jerk. He'll let you know. Hey, you know, those are the good guys. Oh, and those are the guys, like he mentioned. He said, I want you to knock my head off, man. And but let's back up real quick, man. Again, first time on the show. Let's please introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang. I know you are a Gooder Gang member yourself, and I appreciate you very much, man. But let's introduce yourself to the people that are watching, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of this this show tonight.
Coyote Cookers from Pleasanton, Texas. Sergio Chapa, I'm the head cook, founder. I'm not the team. My kids cook with me. My wife cooks with me. Friends. Anybody wants to tag along, I'll find you a job. But the heart of our team is my kids, my sons, my daughter, my wife. And we cook all together. We kind of all know the processes. I'm fairly certain they could do it without me. I want them to be able to do it without me if I'm not there for whatever reason. But yeah, we just have a good time. But we want to win. We try to win hard. We it's more than just a fun beer drinking party. It used to be. We're a party team at one time, and we were talking about it earlier. Coyote Cookers 2.0 kicked off, and we're not that. We'll still party, but we're going to take it serious first.
Yep.
What brought about that change?
Coyote Cookers 2.0 CBA. Yeah,
okay.
CBA. Yeah, when CBA started. Did our first one. It didn't go too well, but we never knew with IBCA, with the other guys, even Lone Star. You didn't know where you were. If you weren't top 10, you didn't know where you were. So you just assumed you were 11th all the time. Yep. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't.
So you're saying it was seeing that sheet, right?
Yeah.
I was 50th out of 65 teams.
I want to see the papers, you know. So you see the papers, and then you know, son of a bitch, I was pretty down. Or no, I was actually pretty good. So that really created a different environment in our cook trailer because then we wanted to improve steadily, get better, and move forward. And so, yeah, that's who we are.
That's a great statement, man. Yeah, to figure out to see if you're, 55 out of 60 or you're 11 out of 60, it makes a big difference, and it puts it can inspire you or put that competitive fire both ways, right? If you're at the bottom of the list, you want to get better, and if you're at the top of the list, you want to get to the top, man.
Yeah, and you want to stay there. That's the biggest thing. Once you make it, they're like, holy shit, now what? You gotta, and I don't know where they're at the top of the list. Don't misunderstand me when I say that, but we've progressed, and we still have to progress some more. So,
yeah, you mentioned your family is real involved in the team. I love hearing that, man. So talk about all the roles and all the people involved in who makes Coyote Cookers.
Well, in the trenches, I guess, in the trailer, my son-in-law, Shelton Bauer, him and I kind of handled all the big meats. We make the big decisions. We don't change much anymore. We follow the same recipes, but we're the ones that really have the decision making. It's up to us. And then, of course, my daughter, Marissa, she's there with us all the time. Her and I cook by ourselves. and done well. She's the detail person. She can look at it and say, no, that's not good. You made a mess of that. Fix that.
Oh shit, there's a hair in it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, she found a hair actually in our sauce this weekend. It's funny you say that because she found it and she pulled it out. Where it came from, who knows? But we didn't even know about all that other drama. But so yeah, she finds that kind of stuff. Fred Robles told me a long time ago, trust the women. Their taste buds are better than the men's. And so when they say it's salty, believe her. And so I do that. I run around with the girls. Hey, try this. What do you think? And I believe them when they say it's salty or no, that's good. And so then Wyatt, my youngest son, well, he's our box runner. He's our PR guy. Everybody knows him. He shakes hands. He laughs. He's everybody's friend. You know, he'll run back and forth to the turn-ins and handle all that stuff. My wife does the jackpots, beans, salsa, that kind of stuff when she goes. And so, yeah, it's a combined effort. I can cook by myself. I admire the guys that cook by themselves completely because I'm not sure I've ever done that. I don't know that I've ever cooked completely by myself where I do all the prep and all the boxing and then running boxes and getting back. I've seen Tim Milligan do it, and I know how he does it. He's told me. I'll give him props for that, man, because I don't know that I'm quite ready to try that. I mean, I guess I would, but I don't know what the results would be. I mean, one-man band doing that.
Yeah, that's what my wife, man, you know, because I cook she's with me, but man, I cook myself, you know what I mean? And I do everything myself. I prep and do everything. And man, sometimes I'm like,
she runs your boxes too? She runs your boxes or no? You run boxes?
No, just sometimes in KCBS she will.
Really?
But man, CBA, I run my boxes. I do it all. But man, there's times where I'm like, babe, can you open the lid for me, or can you open the Jambo? Yeah. And she's like, no, you're a one-man team. I'm like, just open the fucking lid, please.
Nah, take her on vacation a little more, Eddie. That's maybe the problem, man.
Yeah, she definitely helps when I ask her to. But yeah, man, it's man, you get used to it. You cook by yourself. I started off cooking by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I met you, you were cooking by yourself, completely by yourself. You didn't have your wife then.
Yeah, and she was there. No, she was there, but she was just there. And she just likes being in the AC. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just need her there for moral support. You know, so yeah, man. One-man team, man. That's awesome. It's definitely a challenge.
And it says a lot because I'm not. Like
man, Carly, actually, I saw a comment here. Carly ran my boxes one time at a KCBS in Cedar Park. You know? My wife wasn't, or my fiance at the time wasn't there. You know, and I was like, "Fuck, we were pretty far." So Carly came and she took my boxes. So
yeah,
shout outs to them, man. That's where I get all my shit from.
I don't think I've ever missed turn in at any of them. And this weekend when we were running the brisket box, we were almost late. And I told Wyatt, I said, take a picture. He said, we got 3 minutes. Damn it, we ain't got time for pictures. I got to go. And I said, all right, take off. So he took off. And we're about 3 minutes away. And I thought, we're going to miss turn in on the brisket. And it's going to be my fault, nobody else's. And I don't want him being up there by himself and having to take that kind of pressure. And having to turn around and tell me, hey, Dad, we missed turn in. And so I took off behind him. And we got around the corner and Tim Milligan standing there. I said, he made it. He's got a minute left to go. I'm like, oh, shit. But I just didn't want him to be the only one carrying that weight to say, oh, fucked up. But it wasn't his fault. I mean, it was mine. I accept it.
Now you got to take a picture, bro.
We didn't get one.
Yeah, when it looks good, you have to, you know. And I've been there, man. And I've been, man. I took a picture, and I'll look at the picture. And I'm like, man, I don't like how it looks, so I'll fucking adjust it or take shit out. Next thing I know, man, I got a minute something to go, and man, I got to take off running, and yeah. Man, those pictures get you.
I give us 30 minutes on everything, 40 on ribs. And for whatever reason, we twiddle-dicked around there that morning, and we had like 20 minutes. We need to get our brisket ready. Let's go do that. And almost cost us a whole shooting match. We wouldn't have.
You know, what do you mean by you give yourself 30 minutes?
Prep time, you know, to prep our box on all categories. And our ribs are pretty complex, so we go 40 on it. But 30 minutes on everything else, and that gives us enough time. I don't like being late. I don't like being that last guy. I just shouldn't have 5 minutes to play with. I do not want to be at the back of that building. And
I don't like being the last guy either, but fuck, man. Mean, there's so many times I'm like, shit, man, were you trying to be late? No, man.
Eddie running with his Crocs is a sight to see, my man. It's I don't know how you run in Crocs, by the way, but he does it.
Man, you got to do this with your toes.
You got to grip them.
Grip them.
Put him in 4-wheel drive.
So
Yeah.
you should put him in 4-wheel drive, bro. If you
should.
know you're gonna be late, drop that
Yeah.
gear back down, bro.
Letting past us, man. It was everything was muddy, out sliding all over the place, fucking running. Yeah, it was crazy.
So Sergio, prepping
yeah.
that I'm sorry, man, but I don't want to cut you off, Eddie, but
go ahead.
he mentioned 30 minutes prior. Prepping that early, you know, like you said, your ribs take a little longer to box. That's to me, I'm at 30 minutes. I'm at that point, my ribs are on the pit. They're sauced at that point, and so they're probably setting, or maybe not. Maybe I'm slicing them and you know, putting sauce on them.
We're slicing at 30 minutes. We're saucing everything. We're going back to the pit. We're setting sauce. We're getting our sauces ready to roll, warming things up. I don't want to be rushed. I want to make sure we get all our steps. We got our finishing dust ready to go. We've decided all that ahead of time, you know, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. But I do not want to be rushed because I'll make a mess. Messy as it is, I need plenty of time. You know?
I'm on that same window, man. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Except chicken, because you ain't got to do shit to chicken.
I think we all were. Aaron Leslie, Josh Hale was there with us. Louis Gonzalez and I always try to cook around each other. We're sitting there. The dude guys are behind us, and we're all kind of sitting around shooting the shit. And like all our timers went off 30 minutes before, and we all scattered. We didn't even say goodbye, see you later. We didn't explain. We're all on the same timeline.
Yep.
Y'all know, right?
And we all went.
Probably bought some notes.
Came back. Yeah. Whenever I screwed the pooch on that brisket, I looked up. We're the only ones sitting there. I thought, oh shit, we got to get brisket ready. You know what? That's just the way it goes. But I think we're all on the same page. I mean, for the most part.
Eddie, got any thing? Because I wanted to ask him about, you know, his origins, about getting started before we get into the.
Oh yeah, I got ahead of myself here.
Because no. I definitely want to talk to all three of us tonight about some your categories that you have been doing real well in, and I feel like ribs might be that. I don't know. You tell me later. But you mentioned, you and I were talking earlier. You talking about some of the Pleasanton days, right? Is that where you got your start? And that Pleasanton cook-off was one of the premier events in Texas, and we miss it. You're from Pleasanton, right?
Yeah, from Pleasanton. Turn and Burn was
Turn and Burn
premier. At that time, it was the biggest there was. I mean, there was a lot of money thrown in there and a lot of activity, and it was a real deal. We weren't cooking to the level we're cooking now, so we really weren't competitive. We were going and having a good time. We were boiling crawfish. We were making menudo out of our pollo tacos in the morning. I mean,
This is
Coyote Cookers 1.0.
Yeah, well, exactly. We cooked 3 briskets. You know, we'd go buy 3 briskets. We didn't know about selection. We were cooking them, and people would show up. Hey, man, can you cook my brisket? Yeah, I'll throw it on there. We'll cook it. You know, so we were way off, man. I mean, we had a good time. We made some good memories. Everybody had fun, but we weren't competitive. And then we turned everything in, and we said, man, what happened? You know, that was pretty good. We didn't, you know, everybody kind of pissed off.
And this was when you first started?
Yeah. I first started, the very first cook-off I did was probably like 2010 or 11, somewhere in there. And there was one in Floresville, the Peanut Festival, and a friend of mine called me and he said, hey, I want to go cook that. And I said, well, I've never done that kind of stuff, but I think we can. So we went, set up, cooked, didn't do no good. We had a good time. It was fun. But and even then didn't even wake me up. I thought, well, yeah, we'll do it next time. And we kept doing that same thing over and over and over. There was no classes. I mean, I think Clarence Joseph might have been thinking about a class during that time, or if he did, we didn't know about it. And so it was just do the best you can and wish for the best. And we had good barbecue, but it was more like Easter barbecue. It wasn't competition, you know, looking back now. And that really kind of set the hook. But going to the burn shit, man. Ernest Cervantes was there. Fred was there. You know, big guys. Roddy was there. Those guys that I just kind of watched from afar. Robert Sierra, you know, Robert and I were friends back then. I went to San Antonio Rodeo, and we actually sponsored Robert at one of those and went over there and hung out with them guys. And so the hook was set.
Right.
It's just we were miles apart of where we needed to be. We thought we knew, but we weren't. We were a long ways off. Where we are now, where we are then, 2 different worlds. And that's why I call it Coyote Cookers 2.0.
Eddie, ask him another question. My wife is calling me real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. So has anybody told you that You look like a younger version of Robert Sierra, because I saw that in the comments earlier.
Did you really? Oh,
I saw it in the comments. I think Brian Fox said he looks like a young Robert Sierra.
Yeah.
So you just said you've been knowing Robert Sierra for a while, huh?
Yeah, I've been knowing him for a long time.
That was 2010.
Yeah, I know him. Actually, when Facebook fired off, he sent me a message and he said, "Are you from Pleasanton?" I said, "Yeah." "You know so-and-so people, so-and-so guys?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." "How do you know them?" And so it turns out we knew the same people. We worked we'd crossed paths and didn't really know it. And so that's when our friendship started, I would say. I mean, we'd crossed paths 4 or 5 years before that, in the early 2000s, mid-2000s. But that's how we kind of got to know each other. And then he asked me to sponsor that one time at San Antonio Rodeo. We did. Went hung out with him.
Yeah.
But I hadn't gotten that, but it doesn't surprise me. Robert's mustache is pretty cool too.
Yeah, man. Earlier, I saw a lot of people saying the barbecue's favorite mustache, and I was like, man, definitely top 2.
Yeah. I wouldn't take that away from him by no means. That's just being in the same category is good enough for me. We're good friends. He's a hell of a promoter. He's a big time, the social influencer. I never did any of that stuff. Robert was on that. He was quick on the social media stuff. Well, we didn't even know what social media was, really. Or I didn't personally. I didn't know what the hell Facebook was.
Yeah, and then he had that that sauce, that came out, the hangs or whatever came out from by HB, and man, that kind of blew him up. Got him on TV before, man.
Yeah.
I'm
going to tell you a funny Robert Sierra story. At that San Antonio Rodeo cook-off that we sponsored, he wanted a certain amount, and we met it. And so he says, "Are we still on?" Yeah. Can't hear it, but
yeah, you're good. You're on. I just soloed you.
And so he says, "Hey, buddy, we got there." And he said, "What are you going to drink?" So I told him he had some whiskey for me and beer. And so he gives me this lanyard with a SNS Pit Crew deal on it. He said, "Put this on for you and your wife and give me 2 of them. This is what you get for your sponsorships." Cool. He said, "Put this on," and this is back at SeaWorld, when San Antonio Rodeo at SeaWorld. He said, "This will get you into any tent here, any private event. You just show them that, you're in." Badass. So we hang around with him for a minute and tell him, "Well, let's go try these lanyards, man. We got a pass. We can go anywhere we want." So we go to the first one, and then "You got tickets? You got invite?" Yeah, man, I got this lanyard." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't mean nothing." And we go to the next one and the next one, and we didn't get into any of them, I go back and I tell them, "Hey, they won't let us in with these passes." He said, "No shit. Well, you're welcome here in my deal."
That was the only one it was good for.
Man, it was classic. I wish I'd have kept that thing. I don't know where it went. I wish I'd have kept it because it was cooler than shit, but I'll never forget it. And that's just, how Robert is. He's a good dude, man. That's why when that whole cancer deal happened, I was quick to help him because he's my guy, he really is. He's been a good dude. Always been good to me.
Such a great
man. That weekend shit, we were over there, man. I think I don't know if I stayed the night there or not, but anyways, man, we were there cooking all day. I cooked a bunch of briskets and ribs, and the guys cooked a bunch of chicken. I mean, there was so many people that came together for that.
Oh yeah,
it was badass, and man, I'm glad I was able to be part of it, and I'm glad we were able to help them. You know what I mean? Sure. And I had a lot of people that don't even
testament of what kind of guy he is, because if you're absolutely, they ain't gonna do that for you. I mean, it don't matter who you are.
Absolutely, great dude,
fantastic guy.
I think we're going to have him on the show, right? Pretty soon, Eddie, huh?
Yep.
All right. I think would have worked better than that past if you'd have put a cowboy hat on, some blue jeans, some boots, bro, and just walked in and not said a damn thing. You'd have owned it, bro. You would have owned it for sure.
That's what it meant. I just didn't get it. I mean, I was off, I guess, but I didn't. I should have done a little impersonation. I'd have been in.
So we talked about, we touched on it, but y'all as a team, Coyote Cookers 2.0 has really taken off, man, lately. I feel like it's been great. I've known y'all for a year plus probably now.
Yeah.
But I just remember being super proud of that big first place rib that you had in Weatherford. And I'm sure you had some big moments prior to that, but what has been that turning point? It's great to hear you talk about the team, because that's a big deal, man. When you have some people that are all pulling in the same direction, they know the processes and they know what works. it's got to be helping you guys out. But talk about the success y'all have been having lately, and what do you attribute that to?
Well, I attribute it to the passion that we all have. My kids, we all put our 100% into it. We want it bad, and so we want to grow this thing. And people have asked, well, what are your aspirations? Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? I don't know, man. I really don't know where we want to be, where we want to go. That's not the game. We want to be better. We want to win more. We want to be known. So therefore, that drives you. That's enough. And so we keep notes on everything, and we go back and we evaluate, and we talk about where did we miss, what was this, what was that. But talk about Weatherford. Before we left Weatherford, the money that was involved there was powerful.
Man,
we all know that.
What happened to Weatherford? I don't remember that one. Who won that one?
Well, it's a circle back. I remind you.
Circle back, man. I don't remember.
I'll tell you, who still wanted if we would have had a 77 brisket.
Oh, shit.
7th place chicken that comes out. We're there, man. We got it. 1st place perfect score pork. Fuck, we're in like Flint.
Yep.
I don't ever count my chickens for the hatch, and so I wasn't celebrating yet. I thought, well, we had decent brisket. It was kind of overcooked. We kind of messed up, but we'll see what happens. Nothing happened. We're 77th brisket.
Thank you.
Overall, I remember we were 8th or 9th overall. We're still the top 10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had a perfect 200 rib. Man, that was badass.
Man, but that was a lesson learned. But before we left to Weatherford, we were talking about it. So we got to make a splash. We're going to go win this son of a bitch. We're going to do it. And I do go in that with that attitude, with that mindset. You might call it arrogant. You might call it cocky, but I'm just confident. I don't want to go in there. Man, I want to walk.
Man, if you go in there not thinking you're going to win, then what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. We go in there, we're going to win it all. I don't tell people that, but we go in there with that mindset. We're going to win it all. What did we do last time that we didn't win it all? What did we do that we missed the boat? What was wrong last time? So before we left to Weatherford, I sat at my kitchen table and I took all our notes. And I took all our first place calls that we'd had throughout the past 2 years. And we'd had a bunch of them. I say a bunch of them. We'd had a chicken here and a rib there and a pork there. And I took all that, but we never had all three. We're never all three in the top 5 or top 10. And so I took the recipes from each first place at each different place, and I wrote them on a page, one page. And then I wrote a timeline. I said, here's what we did wrong last time. Here's what we're going to do this time. And these are our first place recipes at each different cook-off that we've been to. We're applying them, and they're going to work. And they did, with the exception of that fucking 77th place brisket. But we overcooked it. I overcooked it. I'll take responsibility. We overcooked it.
And that's the beauty of barbecue, man. You can fucking kill it one weekend, and remember, Matt, I did this, and that, and then you try it in another town, and this and that doesn't work in that town, and you're just like, well, shit, it worked in Weatherford, but it didn't work in wherever.
To answer, to circle back to Rob's question, our ribs are pretty good. We've got like 2 or 3 pretty good recipes. One of them's Robert Smith. He gave it to me. And I'll tell you that story after a while, but we'd been off on our ribs. They hadn't been hitting, but our chicken had been, and pretty consistent. Our chicken was pretty good, and it started in Jordan a year ago at the Jordan All Fired Up Cook-Off. And I'm going to attribute a lot of it, our recipes, but I got a little shorty drum from Bobby, one little drums, and I'm gonna tell you, they're the real deal, man. That's a chicken cooker. I don't give a damn what you use, but I like it, and I'm comfortable with it, and we use it, and it works.
Quattro D.
Yeah. We won one this weekend over there in Fort Davis. We have 2 of them, and somebody said, "Oh, you gonna start using that new one?" I said, "No, man. I'm still gonna use that old blue one because it's the real deal." They're both good.
There he is, right there on that shorty. Bobby Delgado.
And I feel guilty because I haven't posted anything about it, and I want to. I've taken pictures of it. I've got them ready to go. I just didn't want to be that guy that was posting shit every day about winning Fort Davis because, I'm proud of it. I'm glad we are. But,
man, post that shit, bro.
Drag it out. I wanted to show that, and I'm going to give him proper credit because Bobby and I are friends. His little invention, if that's what you want to call it. It's a good chicken cooker, man. If you're having trouble with chicken, buy one. They're good.
Damn.
But I'm going to need to buy one then because my chicken sucks.
And I can explain it to you. I'd rather let Bobby do it for you, but they work. They cook slow. They don't cook fast. They cook slow, but they cook good chicken. So when we start doing that, our chicken game, we're consistent, steady, and it just steadier and moving. So
That's another great barbecue family. Bubba and his wife Mary and Bobby are all amazing, and he's putting out some great product. If you don't know about Bobby Delgado and Quattro D Smokers or Drum Smokers, check him out. I really wanted that one at Arlington. He had that green one that Cesar Mejia one was awesome. But
I didn't even know that we won that one in Fort Davis. I saw the Facebook post at some point, but I was so wrapped up in the emotions and the just the whole hurricane of winning Fort Davis that I didn't even know we won the drum. And then somebody walks up to me, "Hey, you got the chicken drum too?" I said, "God, they ain't no shit." The whole deal. So that made it even better. I mean, I didn't even know.
You mentioned something very important, right? You talk about notes, right? So you have notes for winning events, right? So you said you had a first plate note here for this and that and that. Are y'all taking notes? Is that part of somebody on your team that's doing that's taking notes about everything? And how often are you changing something to where you have to write it down versus, we're going to run this recipe, or how often are you guys altering or changing something to where you have to write something down and take note of it for the next contest? Because that's pretty important what you said.
I guess that'll answer Brian Fox's question, because he said, "Man, do you change your recipes everywhere you go?" So
no, Shelton takes all the notes. He's good at it. My memory's terrible.
Oh, there he is. There's Brian's note. Does he change recipes everywhere he goes? That's Brian's question.
We don't. Shelton takes all our notes, and most of the time we do pre and post notes. We try to write every single thing down that we have done different. And sometimes we miss some stuff, but when we're actually injecting it seasoning, we don't do that. But as soon as we get done, maybe, or even the next morning, hey, what do we do different? So we'll write all that down. And we don't make big changes. We make little minute changes. And we cooked the whole year since CBA started. I'm going to say maybe more than a year. Or since we started, not since CBA started, but since we started. And we got an average. And then we went back looking, okay, so why isn't this doing better? Yeah, we're getting a 7th place, this or that, but it should be better. And so we started tweaking just a little bit. And really, we didn't add anything. We just started taking stuff out. And when we started doing that, it started moving, and it started creeping and doing better. But I don't like change. I never have in anything in life. I don't like change. So I don't like changing our brisket, or I don't like changing our chicken. Our chicken's been the same since I don't know when. We changed it this weekend, or weekend before last. Wyatt and I changed it just a touch. I said, "Man, I think we're overdoing this. We need to add a little bit of this and take some of that out." And we changed our brine on just something that simple. And so, but to answer your question, we'll cook the same thing just about everywhere.
So I've seen a lot of people ask the question with different guests that we've had on, and it's, man, how long do you go before you're like, okay, man, it's time for a change because this shit ain't working? So how long do you cook, let's say, for example, your chicken or rib that it doesn't walk, and before you cook it?
I think we didn't change. Well, like the first little bit, let me back up. I said we didn't change. We changed at first. We were chasing ghosts. We were all over. And then we finally settled down. We didn't change a whole lot. I think seasons probably have a little bit to do with it on our ribs, especially. And I don't know the answer yet, because I noticed that our ribs was hitting pretty hard, and all of a sudden it went off just completely. And then here recently it came back. And so
same rib.
Same rib. I don't really know the explanation of that. I know that there's something there, so far as maybe sauce goes or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to run it for a while though, because you won't get an average if you change every time you don't win. And going back to that deal, if you know it's good, it's good. If it's not, well then what did you do wrong? And 9 times out of 10, man, it's tenderness. Because all the flavors are good. Everybody's good, but if you got to chew it 2 or 3 times, I think the judges get bored. And so that's what starts dinging you a little bit.
James Minotti's commenting right now, summer ribs suck, pigs and heat don't mix. If you guys have any comments about spring or seasons, and do you change anything? Eddie, how you feel about seasonal sauces or profiles or heat versus sweet type thing? Real quick, I'll just say Aaron Leslie is one of top cookers in state that I would consider. He's a big believer in the different seasonal changes.
Yeah,
man, and I respect Aaron. He's a great cook, but man, for me, I don't change based off of seasons, because Man, I've hit first with the recipe in the summer and in the winter, and in the spring and in the fall. So for me, man, I'm not changing. I'm not changing based off of seasons. I think, and I think my stuff is subtle enough to work in every season. You know, I don't think it's overpowering for summer or not enough for winter or vice versa, whatever.
I've heard to go fruitier in the summer. I've heard that before, you know, or go a little heat in the winter, you know, kind of warm them up, salt and all that. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's probably something to all that, but
Do you go more fruitier in June?
okay.
I'm just-
No. We've
just a question.
We have 2 or 3
Just a question.
recipes. We've got 2 or 3 rib recipes that when one quits working, we may switch. We switched the other day and it worked again. Hondo, we switched in, I guess. Right? We went back to our raspberry rib that where's my hand at? That one was a different rib recipe. That was the 3rd place smoking on the reel.
Nice.
Totally different recipe than we've ever run. That was Phil Breeden influenced recipe, not his recipe completely, but his process and his influence. And I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. I don't want to copy everything, so we changed a little bit. We kind of did our own thing a little bit, but it worked. It was a 3rd, but then it didn't work. So then we went back to kind of my old recipe that worked again, Hondo. And what do we have? We had a 1st place, no, 2nd place rib, 1st place rib, 1st place rib, 2nd place chicken, and a 5th place brisket, I believe. So yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of go-tos, I guess, but our chicken doesn't change. Our brisket really doesn't either. Ribs are the ones that I think that might kind of play with.
All right. So of all the categories that we talk, you know, we have pork in our league, right? CBA. You cook a lot of CBAs, but
Right.
you know, chicken, ribs, pork, brisket. What do you feel like Coyote Cookers have kind of zeroed in on right now?
Oh man!
And before you answer, we're going to ask you a couple questions. You know, no revealing nothing, but just maybe what makes you feel so confident in.
I think I'm too confident in brisket. I think
okay.
Yeah, I've cooked 1,000 briskets or 2,000 or more, and so it's like second nature. It just happens. I just do it, and I don't pay enough attention to it. I think what's happening. I'm focusing on everything else, and I'm really wanting to make sure everything else is really exceptional. And my brisket's just going to do what it does, but I need to quit that because I'm too confident in brisket, and I noticed that it's kind of backing up a little bit. But then, you know, pork has been my nemesis when it started, but then we had a 1st place pork in Pleasanton, and we went totally off the grid on it. I said, forget everything we've learned. I've taken classes. I've taken 3 classes. I'll be the first to tell you, and that helped a lot.
That was a question.
Yeah,
But-
that was a question earlier.
Yeah, I've taken 3 classes. Robert Smith's class, the first one, and then I took Fred Robles' class, and then I took Phil Breeden's class this year in January. And I'm going to tell you that Phil Breeden's class is what helped us over the hump this year. That's why we've done better. That's exactly what it was. Maybe not. We're not running his recipes or his injections, but we're using his products. Some using his processes, and so all that combined really helped us a lot. But so the pork, you know, we really had to go to it and just, I was always about whatever we cook, let it punch you in the mouth. And I don't know that that's right anymore, but pork, I still think it is. I think the pork, you got to kind of make it pretty and make it hit. And it worked for us. We hadn't cooked pork lately, so.
Man, that worked out for me in Tennessee. So yeah, man, my pork in Tennessee was like straight, man, punch you right in your fucking tongue. You know what I mean?
Think if you want to do some good with pork, hit them hard because you have nothing to lose anyways. It's not like I don't have like a proven pork recipe. I know what works. Louis Gonzalez helped me make it better. He made it prettier. He explained that to me. He said, "No, you're doing this, doing that," and then we beat him at the same cook-off when he helped me all that. I was one over him. I think we were reserved and he was 3rd. You know? But yeah, I think that's really kind of the deal. But our chicken is pretty strong. I think it holds its own. It's right there where it's supposed to be. And then the ribs are still, man, those ribs are still a little washy. They're good sometimes, and I'm waiting for any minute they're going to fall off again. I'm not.
What do you cook on if you don't mind?
Well, that's a good question because the past 2 cooks we've cook on two different things altogether. I cook a brisket on a drum or an offset. Carlos Casada gave me a little pits and spits offset that's perfect for one brisket, and it's done good. We cooked on it this weekend at Smoking the Mountains. But then in Hondo, I didn't take it because I took a different trailer, and I was lazy and I didn't want to unload everything out of one. So I've got 4 drums, and so I'll always cook on a drum. So I took 2 drums to Hondo, my old drums, and then I took my little shorty, and everything was on drums. We did good. So then I went to Smoking on the Mountains, and we took my other trailer, my blue trailer that I really like. It's kind of a kitchen. And there's that offsets in there. So we cooked a brisket on an offset. So we'll cook a brisket offset or drum, either one. I like them both. Chicken will always be on that shorty.
So you can cook on pretty much anything you get put in front of you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that, but
so you're what I call a pit master, because man, that term gets thrown around very loosely, and man, some people call themselves pit masters and they only cook on triggers.
I went to Memphis, Tennessee, and picked up a pit maker.
He's pretty year round.
I didn't. He's jealous because he wanted me to send a picture, and I didn't send it because I didn't want.
Oh man, what kind of picture was he asking for? Come on, AJ.
It was over in Waller. He'll show you. I mean, he'll probably text it to everybody right now.
Send it. Rate my box.
Yeah, I was cooking on a pit maker on 2 vaults. I bought
What's up, Derek?
I bought there he is. I bought a pit maker trailer that had 2 vaults and a grill meister on it, and I thought that was the key to winning everything because Ernest Cervantes was cooking on vaults, and I talked to him about it, and he explained the whole theory and the concept, and so I wanted one, and I bought one, and it didn't make it no better. It made it harder. It was tough. We won on it a little bit.
Was this Coyote Cookers 1.0 or 2.0?
2.0, yeah. That was the original Coyote Cookers when we first started. I sent Robert Sarah a picture of it, and I told him about it, and I sent him a picture. It was beautiful. It was navy blue. It was awesome. And I sent it to him. I said, man, here's our secret weapon. We're going to win it all now. And we didn't. I cooked on it. We cooked a lot of benefits, and we cooked 20 briskets at one time, which is badass, but that didn't do you no good for competition. Yeah. And so when we went to drums, it was kind of by accident, but I like them for competition. They're easy. They're fast. I can turn them on and off and cool them off when the wars are over, load them trailer and leave if you have to.
So I'm talking to 2 really good brisket cooks right now. Eddie Morales, Sergio, you said that's something. Yeah, you, bro. You said it's something that you kind of, I don't know, not focused on because you feel so confident in, but what makes you brisket for a lot of people, myself included, is something that is so finicky, man. It's like Texas. I feel like judges in Texas are so, prideful about what's a good brisket. And as far as, they go to their restaurants, their favorite ones or whatever. And whenever you put them in front of what we turn in, I think we're judged more critically on brisket than anything else. So what has helped you guys have some success more so than not? Because for me, myself, that is my toughest category. It used to be my best category, but now in the last couple of years, it's just totally something that I struggle with. So what makes it something that you guys feel you both are confident in?
So who goes first? You want to go first, or me?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
My confidence on brisket is just for the fact that I've cooked so many of them throughout the years. Not competition, but just in general for weddings and different things like that.
Hey, whoever that teammate was, that was a good one right there.
He's my Coyote.
There he is right there. That's a good teammate right there.
I had a mimosa with this guy.
Silver bullet handoff. I love it.
He's a beard dolly today, but no, it's just
beard dolly.
It's just as many as we've done. So they don't intimidate me. A brisket doesn't intimidate me at all. I'm not nervous about them. I guess that's really the biggest thing. I like trimming brisket. I love trimming brisket. I'll trim them depending on where we're at and what I want to do. If I want to do burn ends, if I want to turn in straight slices, or if it's a Lone Star, because we do cook a few Lone Stars up in New Mexico. We'll do that Red River one, and one of our favorites actually. So no burn ends, so I'll trim accordingly. So I guess it's just the confidence is there. It's just such a long time, that we've been doing it. They don't scare me.
Eddie, what you got?
So for me, and man, I appreciate you for considering me a good brisket cook. And man, maybe I am. I think I am. But for me, I think it's man, my brisket tastes like brisket.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had a lot of briskets that, man, they don't taste like brisket. They taste really good, but it doesn't taste like brisket. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're putting in it, but it's just a really sweet piece of meat. And I don't think brisket needs to be sweet. You know, I put sauce on top. I don't put sauce on my slices. And the comment that I get from most people that try my brisket is, God damn, that shit tastes like brisket, bro. And I'm like, man, that's what it is. You know, even in KCBS, I cook the same exact brisket I cook in Texas, and it tastes like brisket. So, and you know, Janky Leg and Man Meat and all those guys, man, they tried my brisket. They're like, man, this fucking brisket tastes like brisket. This is what brisket is supposed to taste like.
Yeah, not a roast. You don't want a roast.
Not a roast. You know,
Absolutely not.
and that's what I'm turning in. I'm turning in brisket that tastes like brisket.
Yeah. This weekend.
And most of the time it worked for
I'm
me.
sad
And a
about
lot
that.
of time, man, if it's going up against a bunch of sweet briskets, maybe it won't work. But man, it worked at the KCBS Invitational.
So
And
am
I
I
hit a
hearing?
180 with it.
Am I hearing? You're not slicing, or you're not saucing the slices? Is that
I'm not
what I'm reading
saucing
into?
my slices most of the time. Man, KCBS, I will hit very little sauce on the slice. You know, diluted with maybe a 3-to-1 ratio with au jus.
We're the same
Maybe a
way.
3-to-1.
Well, I'll either dilute it with au jus sometimes. Sometimes we go straight sauce on the back of the slice where you can't see it, but you can taste it. A little tricky kind of deal. Or then
I like that technique, by the way.
Yeah, we'll go no sauce. Well, of course, sauce on top. I mean, we'll do that and set the sauce. But this past weekend, it happened to us. I had it in my mind I was going to go ahead, and we had a third brisket last year at Fort Davis behind Kevin Hernandez and Phil Breeden. I'll take it any day.
Man,
Solid.
that's fucking great, bro. That's
Solid.
Badass. So
really good.
Aaron Leslie asked me, he said, so did you sauce your slices last year? And I couldn't for the life of me remember if I did or if I didn't. And my notes didn't have them because I was by myself. I mean, Shelton was with me, so he didn't write all that down. But son of a bitch, did I or didn't I? No, I didn't. I'm sure I didn't. So that was our plan. As we were boxing that brisket, I thought, damn, I probably should have sauced the back of that brisket. And we got a seventh, I guess, right? We got a fifth. So I guess I didn't sauce. You know, I mean, I don't know. But those are my three methods the same way, and it's just kind of a shoot from the hip kind of deal.
And that's why I don't sauce, because man, you ask a Texan what a brisket should, and he's gonna tell you, man, it don't need no sauce.
Right.
Man, I don't think it does. You know what I mean? So, man, I put a little bit of sauce and
I think you got to hide it, right? You got to not sauce it, but put a little in the au jus or something. I don't know.
And most of the time I don't, bro. I swear to God, on everything I love, most of the time that I sauce is because it's KCBS. When I cook IBCA or CBA, I will sauce the top of the brisket and I will set the fucking shit out of it.
Gooder gang, what you think about sauce on brisket? Gooder gang, what y'all think?
On the slices, I don't. You know, so and I've tried some badass fucking briskets that have sauce. Man, they're drenched in sauce and they're fucking amazing. But to a Texas, you know, a true Texan, they think, hey, you don't need no sauce.
Miguel Acosta asking you, Eddie, do you inject brisket?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When I was Coyote Cookers 1.0, I'll answer that question. Do you inject? Because there was a guy from Quero, and I don't know his name. They've been told his name, but didn't know him then. I damn sure don't remember him now. He was winning a lot, and we weren't even injecting. We didn't even know how to inject. So I went up to him. I said, man, do y'all really inject your meat? And he said, son, if you're not injecting, you're either lying or you're losing. And there's a lot of truth to that, because if you don't inject, you're losing. And if you say you don't, you're lying. You know, so.
Randall Johnson, Ocala Q, one of the best briskets I've ever tasted was Eddie's in Killeen. Right,
appreciate it, brother.
Brian Fox is Eddie will beat you with a prime against your expensive Wagyu. But Louis says, I'm pretty sure Eddie's cooking Wagyus.
Man, most of the time, I say, man, 9 out of 10 times I'm cooking a Wagyu.
How
But
about this
man,
guy?
sometimes I run across a badass prime, and man, I'll run it. And
How
I've
about
hit
this
first
guy?
with a lot of primes.
Phil Breeden, top brisket cook last year in 2023. I think pretty sure he's leading 24 as well. I sauce works pretty good for me.
It does work pretty good for him.
I'm gonna go check the tires, but I'm gonna let Shelton sit here for a minute.
Go check the tires. I'm gonna do the wrap up recap, and we'll talk. We'll come back to you real quick, and we'll get your Mount Rushmore and his
Man, he's gone,
barbecue
bro.
homies.
I hear you.
I know he's gone. I'll get him.
But no, man, Phil's probably one of the best brisket cooks in man, I'm not even gonna say in Texas, because he just fucking went somewhere and hit a first place with it. So
He said
he's one of the best cooks.
I kind of did pretty well in CBA. Just saying. Where's it at?
Let's circle back to last year.
Let's do it.
I'm Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
There it is, right there.
Clip.
Wes Reed, I normally sauce by Brisket Turn-In. Carlos Calzada, Eddie's Brisket at Austin Rodeo was amazing for sure. Bro, I had your brisket in Somerset. It was really good. I beat it. I don't know why or how, but it was good. I was like, man, this is fucking great, bro. It's always good. Play the Truth Masters. I need to get that clip lined up. You got it to me late, my man. I'm sorry. All right. All right, let's do the wrap-up recap in the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap in the Briscoe Ranch.
Phil said this show just got so much better because you played the clip.
I love it. We got 92,000 watching. We hit 100K. I love it. It's awesome. The Gooder Gang is chiming in right now. But, we're going to do so just real quick, we're going to do the wrap-up recap. We're going to do the upcoming event segment. And then we'll come back and do his Mount Rushmore, Sergio's I'm talking about, his barbecue homies. And then we'll do everybody's favorite, the Rate My Box segment. We got a few sent in already. Please don't send any more. I think we got enough.
I got a question.
You got a question, Eddie? You got a question?
Are we doing the other thing or no?
The power rankings?
Yeah.
No. Power rankings will be next week. You send them in. I already know. It's going to be its own deal, bro. We're going to make a big deal of the power rankings.
Wanted them for this week. That's why I sent them.
No, I did. And then, hey, we got a great guest. So I decided to table that. And next week we got Mr. Ira Green coming on the show next week. He's hunting for number 7. Maybe he gets it this weekend. Hopefully Robert Smith gets his number 7 this weekend as well. But all right, I am going to do the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap a recap.
Get it.
Let me pull them up real quick. I had a great assistant earlier today help me with this. All right. Bull printing wraps and graphics wrap up recap over in the CBA. It's processing. Give it a second. We had the Smoke in the Mountains, the big event. Eddie, you were not there, but a lot of people were in the CBA, the Smoke in the Mountains. Talk about a grand champion, back-to-back grand champion was this man right here, Mr. Sergio Chapa, and his team with Coyote Cookers 2.0, big grand champions out in Smoke in the Mountains. What do you think about that event, man? How was that event? What can you talk about for people that haven't cooked that event? Jennifer and Joe do a great job out there.
Yes, for me.
Yes,
sir. That's probably one of the best events in the state. I mean, it really is, in my opinion. It really is the best event in the state. I mean, everybody likes the Briscoe Ranch, and I like it because the facilities are cool. But man, if you hadn't been to Fort Davis, sit around that big courthouse and that beautiful green grass, and everything's comfortable and accommodating. I mean, even the award ceremony, everything. It's spot on, man. It's right. And then in Texas, this time of year, it's hotter than hell everywhere. And you're 68 in the morning, 64 in the morning.
Yeah.
In the mid-90s, no humidity.
It's where you want to be, right?
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, it's my favorite one in Texas. I'll put it that way. It really is. And Jennifer and Joe, man, they know what they're doing. They're spot on. They're right on the money. They're accommodating to the cooks. The little old town doesn't have a whole lot for food and bars and restaurants, so take your own beer, be prepared to drive. Take your own food.
Yep.
Everywhere a week early. Everything was all
right.
Badass.
And how about you shared the stage with the RGCs, Mr. Steve and Tara Mahosky from Backward Jack's Barbecue?
Nobody better to share it with, man. They're my favorite. I've got a lot of friends in barbecue. We've got a lot of friends. We get along with everybody. We try to. But Steve and Tara, they are badass. And they had me sweating bullets because they only had 2 calls, but they were second and third. And we had 3 calls, but they weren't as strong. And so I thought, man, if their chicken was 11, I think their chicken wasn't in there. I don't remember off the top of my head, but whatever the third meat that they didn't have a call on, I thought if they're 11th, they're going to hang our ass.
All right, and how about another team? They're as well. We need to get them on as well, Eddie.
Yes,
Backward
sir.
Jacks. They've
get them on. They're awesome.
They're
cool. They've been around a long time. I say a long time. They've been around as long as I can remember. They're good. They will sneak around and beat your ass. I mean,
they've been rolling.
They're one of the most supportive teams. Like they're fucking clap for you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Celebrate you.
In Fort Davis, they were cooking under a tent on the corner with a bunch of cars driving by, dust flying all day long. No trailer, nothing fancy, and they still come around there and could have won that deal very easily.
They had that Fort Davis finishing dust working for them.
And I would have been happy for them if they had done it. I promise you. I'd have been
all right.
happy if I'd have won it.
In the IBCA, we had the 2nd annual Smokin' Summer Barbecue Cook-Off Grand Champion Vince Colanetta, Smokin' Wizards. RGC with Louis Cortez from Shut 'em Down Cookers. In Quero, where Eddie was the volunteer fire department state champion, cook-off grand champion, Mr. Ira Green, who I showcased in the beginning. Ira with number 6. Is that correct, Eddie?
Yep, that is correct.
He's got 6 qualifiers for the Jack. He needs 1 more, along with our good friend Robert Smith. Flying G Barbecue, Mr. Ira Green. RGC Cesar Mejia from Smokin' and Toastin' Barbecue. That man's been on a roll as well. We just had him on recently. Great American Cook-Off Grand Champion Solomon Hernandez from HD Barbecue. The RGC was Tyler Parker from Gringo Jalapeno. Let me re-up this deal. Here we go. And then we had the Joe Davis Scholarship Grand Champion, Mr. Jamie Roby from Texas Smoke. And RGC was Rita, is it Marjewski from Betcher Ash Barbecue. And over in the Outlaw Barbecue Association, the Kasi Homecoming Barbecue Cook-Off. How about this young lady, Miss Carly Alexinas, the Grand Champion, Give 'em Hell Barbecue. She's been killing it. That's her back-to-back, as well as you guys, Sergio. 2 of y'all back-to-back GCs. And she's a young lady killing it out there. I love it. It's awesome to see. RGC was James Boyd. Back the Blue Barbecue Cook-Off Grand Champion Stephen Peacock from Mac Daddy Q. And the RGC was David Hargrave from Bubba's Blue Plate. And over in the Lone Star Barbecue Society, the Pretty American Legion Grand Champion, Mr. Larry Allen, RGC Derek Ahern, and then Haskell, the Haskell Barbecue Cook-Off Grand Champion, John Truesdale, and John Watson was the RGC. What do you think about Carly? Back to back, man. That's pretty solid.
Man, she's killing it.
She's tough and humble. You watch her at the awards, and she just clicks right up there, and she doesn't make no big show. She does her deal and doing a good job. You like to see that.
Yep, she got a great family behind her, Chuck and Vanessa.
Shout out to Rockin' A, man. That's my store right there. That's where I get all my stuff, man. They take care of me very, very well. So shout out to them. Appreciate everything y'all do for me.
And there you go. All right. In the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads upcoming event segment, you can find that December 13th and 14th, 2024. Sergio, you cooked that event yet?
I didn't hear you say it again.
Have you cooked the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads yet?
Yeah. Somewhere over here. We finally got a 4th place chicken this year. We've cooked it 3 years and hadn't gotten anything. So that's 4. And Marissa and I cooked it by ourselves that cook-off this past year. There's a cool picture out there that was taken of us together, but yeah, we finally did it, and we'll do it again this year. We'll cook it again.
All right, well, let's do this real quick. Champions Barbecue Alliance, Harlingen, down in Harlingen, Texas. Police Department Cook-Off. That is a state championship. You can find that one. The David Decker Memorial Cook-Off, 50th annual in Holland, Texas. We got the Rosenke Reunion Barbecue Cook-Off in Rosenke, Texas. Also a state championship along with Harlingen. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then our first ever. Is it our first ever? I don't know. Maybe I think we did one in Louisiana, but this is our first one this year. Southeastern Barbecue Showdown in Columbia, South Carolina. That is also a state championship. That is where our good friend Robert Smith is headed that way. Hopefully he gets his number 7 qualifier for the Jack. That'd be amazing. All right, let's see what else we got here in the IBCA. We've got the Buckles and Badges in Hempstead. That's going to be at the barbecue store in Hempstead. You can check that out. And in Lovington, New Mexico, Smoking on the Plaza. That is the state championship in Lovington, New Mexico. So a lot of out-of-state contests for some Texas sanctioning bodies. Over in Outlaw, we got another state championship. We've got the Cow Camp Cook-Off in San Saba. And in Lone Star, we got the Chisholm Trail Barbecue Cook-Off in Lockhart. And we got another state championship, 20th Annual Smoke on the Hills Barbecue Cook-Off in Brady, Texas. Also a state championship. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Bull Printing, Wraps and Graphics Wrap-Up Recap and the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads upcoming event segment. Thank you guys for sticking around for that. We're joining back with our man, Sergio Chapa. Before we get to your Mount Rushmore and your barbecue homies, is there anything that we failed to mention before we get to because after this we're going to do the rate my box and then we'll wrap up the show, my man.
I want to talk about classes, man, because I have people talk about classes. I hear them talk about classes, and
I love it. Love it. Let's do it.
We see what's going on with Phil. I don't know details, and I don't need to know details, but
oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I was one of the, in our early 1.0 career, I was going to take class. I know what I'm doing. I don't need no damn class to cook a brisket and win. I ain't doing it. Well, we weren't walking. I mean, we're here and there. We're hitting and missing. And so when we come back, Coyote Cookers 2.0, when CBA, the very first CBA I cooked, let me tell you this story. This is kind of cool. I set up in Uvalde at the Jose Bahia, I think was the name of that one, cook-off. And Robert Smith next to me, and I don't know Robert Smith from Jesus Christ. I don't know who he is, nothing about him. And I walk over and I help him unhook his trailer, and we kind of get to bullshit and talking. So he turns in his ribs, and I turn in mine, and he comes over with one of his ribs, and he says, "Try this." And I tried it, and it was just, best you've ever had, best I'd ever had. And I thought, holy shit, that's good. And he's going to try one of yours? And I said, yeah, sure. So I handed one of mine, and he takes a bite of it. He said, that's a good rib. Smoky. It's not going to win. I thought, God damn, who's this guy? And so he's right. We go to the awards, and I did get a brisket call and no chicken call. And I thought, man, that dude, how did he know that? And so I got talking to him off the grid, and he says, no. He says, here's the deal. And he explains it to me. He said, but take one of my classes. He said, I'm on Barbecue Champs Academy. He said, like $600 or $700. And I said, well, yeah, it's kind of expensive. And he said, yeah, but at that time, he said, I donated half of it back to Texas Heroes Chrome.
Right.
And I didn't know that. I didn't even know who he was talking about. And
Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation.
Yeah. And so I said, I'll do that. So I go home and I take his class. Oh, and he told me, he said, take my class and or take a class, but take my class. He said, and do what I tell you. And the very next cook-off you go to, you'll win your money back. So I did it. I took his class like a month and a half, 2 months later. I go to fall on the Frio down there in Concan, and I reserved it and win like $1,000. I get my money back and then some. And so I knew then this guy's right. And so I'm gonna take classes. People may jeer you for it, or they may criticize you for it. I don't care, because they'll especially as a new cook and even as an old cook, we're shooting for a moving target all the time. And so how are you gonna just stick to what you know and not ever improve? You can, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. Then I took Fred's class. last year. I tried to take a class a year. So I took Fred's class. My sister and I took it together. And we learned a little there. And of course, you're not going to maybe learn, you know, a lot of it, but you're going to learn some processes. Fred's class, I'm going to tell you right now, he got my mental game right. He explained the mental part of it as well as the processes, injections, and all the seasonings. But I really latched onto the mental side of barbecue when I took Fred's class. You have to go in there confident. You're going to win. Don't go in there scared and asking for a walk, because you're going to get what you asked for. That's really where I got from Fred's class. Well, then I took Phil's class this year, and that pushed us over the hump. Phil's class, they're all 3 different classes. They're all 3 good classes, and you're going to get what you take, you know, whatever you want out of them. But Phil's class is what really pushed us this year. It's a good class, man. I want to tell you, spend the money, you'll win it back. I took Phil's class $1,000 this year in January. Went smoking on the reel the next week and had that 3rd place rib. I think it paid $1,100. And went up there to Weatherford and made $4,000 up there. And it's been click, pretty steady. Who did it? Who taught me? I don't know. I took all 3 of them and we combined them all. So take the class. Don't. Everybody takes them. You know, take the one you can afford or the one you want to take. Learn from it.
It used to be a taboo. Now everybody's doing it. So
yeah,
do it.
It costs too much money to not.
So you've taken
like hell. And the worst part is to go to cook off and not get no calls and have your wife or your friends say, "Man, what'd you do wrong?" You know, I don't want to hear that. You know, I didn't do nothing wrong. You know?
So you've taken 3 classes.
Yeah.
Right? 3 classes, and man, how many notes have you sold?
Yeah, no, that ain't happening. I paid too much for it, man. You want notes? Go buy them. Pay for
Hey, can we talk about that? That is terrible, man. If you're out there doing that, if you're taking a class from somebody, you're paying good money to do that. I'm not even talking about those guys. I'm talking about the guys that aren't doing that and taking it, and they're all, I don't know, buying notes at whatever price they're paying for them. Cut that shit out, man. That's not cool.
I'll give free advice. Billy Rush came up to me and Hondo, and Billy said, "Hey, what temperature do you finish your chicken at?" And I said, "I don't really finish my chicken at a temp. I kind of am on time and I'm on the way it looks, but I will. I'll temp between the leg and the thigh, and I'll bust that blood vessel. You know how to do that?" And he's like, "No." Let me show you. So I go and I show him how to do it. And I thought actually it's 153. Okay, but it's not ready yet. To me, it's not ready. It needs a little more time. And so I'll do that, but I don't dare tell him whose class I learned that from. And I learned that in the class, but he don't know which one. I ain't gonna tell him. You know, I'm not gonna give him my notes to that class. But I pass a little tidbit like that.
Techniques are different. You know, a lot of guys that take classes or whatever and learn something from a teacher or whatnot are actually going on social media and doing something, but they're not, you know, explaining everything or what they learn, but they're doing something they've learned from somebody. I think that's okay, but to go out and flat out sell notes and do that is completely different. That is completely just wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that at all. So if you're going to go out there and take a class, by no means, you paid the money to do that. Try not to offset your doing that, but you're gonna offset that by winning. You're not gonna offset it by selling. So go out there and apply what you learn and win, and not go and learn something and sell it. That's wrong. Do not do it. You know, Phil Breeden made a great post on that, and you know, a lot of guys are doing classes right now. A lot of guys are taking classes right now. Don't go out there and do that. That's completely wrong. That is something we don't need to talk about that.
You need to give credit where credit's due, because we won out there in Fort Davis this past weekend. And Monday I texted Phil, "Hey man, thanks for your class. I learned some stuff from there. I didn't win Fort Davis. We didn't win Fort Davis because of his class, but it did help us. And I wanted him to know that. I wanted him to know that, hey, I learned a little bit from you and it helped. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you for being who you are and doing what you do. And thanks for your products." So we use some of his products. And then I text Fred. I tell Fred the same thing. Thanks for who you are. Thanks for barbecue. Thanks for what you do for CBA and the whole deal. And I just want to be grateful. I mean, because I'm not that guy, man. I'm not that arrogant to take credit for all of it and to think that I figured it out a lot by myself. watch out because I'm gonna get you next week. That's not me. That's not at all.
Man, a lot of people are ashamed to admit that they've taken classes.
Yeah, I'll admit
taken
it.
class. Man, I've taken I bought Arnie's online class, man, when I first started, and it wasn't for me. And then I took Clarence's class in 2019 or 18, and that was the last class I took, and man, that was a badass class. You know what I mean? So don't be ashamed if you take a class, man. But I always stand by my man. If you're starting off new, man, try it on your own. Try to learn.
Yeah.
We
And then
talked about that. Yeah.
But
say shut up and listen. Go hang around and just be quiet.
and just
Shut
ask
up and
people,
listen,
man.
baby.
Like, man, you're all man. People will tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I've told people shit that, man, maybe I shouldn't, but man, at the end of the day, you still have to cook it. Just like, man, if somebody tries to buy a note or buys a note, ain't no fucking techniques in the fucking note.
That's right.
And that's the biggest thing that I think that classes help you with is the technique. Because recipes, and like you said, everybody's recipe is good. Everybody's shit tastes good, but it's how you finish it and the techniques that's what you really want.
Well, you can't go. Here's the easiest way to explain it. You can't go deer hunting if you don't know what a deer looks like. And so, same way with cooking. If you don't know what the turning box is supposed to look, I mean, of course, the shows help a lot now, but I'm talking before any of this. If you didn't know what the turning box looked like, how are you going to ever do it? Take a class, you saw it. Oh, okay, well, that's a little different. And
we're about to show you what the turn-in box should look like or not look like here in just a second. But yeah, as far as like Eddie, you said a lot of people get shit on for taking a class. Me, one, I'm very public. I did this show. I said I've taken Phil's class. Phil is a great teacher. He's if you guys have not taken a class, that's one that I highly recommend. Phil Breeden's. He's great. He gives you a whole. And Phil's one of the best cookers in the state. And we'll do the power rankings next weekend, and he might be at the top of my power rankings. We'll find out next week. We're going to do the power rankings, me and Eddie, next weekend, or next week on the show. But yeah, I'm one that has gotten a lot of crap for taking Phil's class. And I was like, whatever. People that talk to me about taking a class have taken a class. I don't give a shit. At this point, people, you can go and do it on your own, and you can learn a lot. And we talked about this. Me and Eddie have talked about this. I feel like you have to have a good base. You have to learn on your own before you take a class, before you can apply what you learn in that class to what you're already doing. But yeah, classes are readily available. There's YouTube all over the place right now. There's so much going on, a lot of reels on Instagram that you can watch right now. So, I mean, everybody's learning from somewhere. So the stigma of taking a class is no longer there. Do it, help you out, and get yourself on the same playing field as everybody else.
That's right.
What's Instagram?
You can find one of Eddie's reels on Instagram.
I think it's at the Pitfather. I don't know.
You can learn how to back up the trailer on Instagram.
Back up that motherfucker and take off.
Cool. All right, y'all ready to do some rate? No. But I'm sorry. We got to do the Mount Rushmore before we get to the rate Mount box. Yeah. This has been a great show. We're an hour and 41 minutes in. We got still 90K people watching right now. Sergio, you've been a great guest, and we're going to continue to keep this going on. This is going to go longer than 2 hours. If you got a 10 o'clock bedtime, tell your mommy that you want to stay up a little longer, because we're going to go past 10 o'clock tonight. But we're going to do the rate my box here in just a minute. But first, we're going to get to Sergio Choppa's Coyote Cookers 2.0s. He's going to go his Mount Rushmore. And Sergio, I know you're a big Gooder Gang member, and I appreciate you very much. And so you know what we're talking about here. People that have inspired you, helped you out along the way, people that you want to put on your barbecue journey, Mount Rushmore. Let me do what Ty does real quick. Give me just a second here, but play some music, set the mood here and what we're about to do, because Ty does a great job, but unfortunately he's not here tonight. But Eddie's got the hairnet back in.
Gotta make a drink, bro.
We're serious here. All right, hold on. Let's get the banner up. Normally this is already up. This is where I miss my producer Ty. I love him. Is that music too loud, Eddie?
A little bit, man.
All right, let me. Hold on. How's that?
Perfect.
I'm actually going to there we go. All right. This is the point to where we ask our guests. And tonight is Sergio Chapa from Coyote Cookers. Who have inspired him? Who has helped him along the way? Who's part of his barbecue journey?
Yeah.
And it's all different from a lot of people. So I'm excited to hear our guest tonight, Sergio Chapa. Let's go, bro. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
So the Mount Rushmore is the reason I wanted to ever be on the show. That whenever I started watching it, I thought, man, I got a Mount Rushmore. I want to tell it.
I love it.
So Robert Sierra's at the top because he really did introduce me to competition barbecue at that San Antonio rodeo over there at SeaWorld years ago. It was so cool to be there and see that everything going on and not have a clue what the hell they're even doing, really. So Robert's there. I mean, Robert, we're still friends today. Good dude. I didn't grow my mustache to look like him, but yeah, he's a good guy. And then Robert Smith, I told y'all the story about him, over there in Uvalde that day. I liked him. I thought, man, that's a good dude. I don't know who that guy is, but he's badass. And I was at the point where I was just kind of getting back into barbecue, and I was kind of on the fence about it, but I really like Robert. We're still friends today. I see him, he'll pick me up and give me a big old hug, and I weigh 280 pounds, and he'll pick me up, bear hug me, and tell me he loves me. He'll text me for my birthday, he'll text me for a win, and he'll say, love you, bro, I love you too, man. And so we weren't raised together. I've only known him a couple of years, but Robert Smith is always going to be on my Mount Rushmore. And then this one here is, I got a little story on this one. This is Chris Davis. Chris Davis is my third.
That's my boy.
Yeah, because my sister met Chris Davis first, and she told me, she said, have you been to Lone Star Barbecue over in Helotes? I said, no. Brian Crawford's deal. And I said, no, I've never been. You need to go in there and talk to this guy. Chris Davis, he's a good guy, and he knows what he's doing, and then he'll help you. I said, I don't really care about getting back into barbecue. This is in between 1.0 and 2.0. And so I go in there and I'll get talking to him, and he says, are you cooking this weekend? I said, nah, there's one in Jordan. Why aren't you cooking this? I'm not going to do it, man. One of my teammates, actually my team member, me and Mark Sparks, were cooking together when we were kind of a party team, and we were having fun. And Mark and I would spitball ideas, and we'd talk about why we didn't win, and let's do this, and let's do that. And we're having fun, but we weren't winning a lot. And good dude, good cook, had good ideas, but they weren't competition ideas. And we had a lot of fun together, his family and my family. Our families together, we cooked together and had a blast, and we'd go to all the fun ones. We'd do everything around here. We didn't travel far. We went Concan on a regular basis, cooked out there. And we always said, man, whenever, we're not going to cook without the other. We cook good together. We're never going to cook me without you or you without me. And we had a little spat. I don't even remember what it was about. We kind of got crossfired on one or two, probably cayenne pepper. You want to put cayenne on everything, and I didn't want to put cayenne on nothing. We'd argue about that shit, So I'm not sure that's what the deal was, but we had a little falling out, and I went and cooked by myself, a couple of them, and I did okay, but it wasn't the same. Mark wasn't there. And then in July of, I'm going to say 19, he died in an explosion in an oil field accident. He was gone. He was here one day and gone the next. And we weren't able to, mend our fences, and we weren't able to get past that. And it was so bad that I don't even remember what the hell it was that we were arguing about and why we weren't cooking together. And it rattled me pretty hard. And I pretty much quit. And Chris Davis was the one that pulled me out of it. Chris said, you got to get past that shit. You got to go on. And I said, yeah, but you don't understand, man. I didn't know Chris's story. I didn't know he was a Marine. I knew none of his back history. All I knew was he was a guy that was selling stuff at Brian Crawford's store. That's all I knew. And I don't even have any seasons anymore, man. I don't even know what works. You know, we use this and that. And he's like, well, he handed me some field breeding stuff. And he said, here's what you need. Buy this, buy that. I said, man, I just don't know if I'm going to do this. He said, go to Jordan this weekend. I'm going to cook it. And it was an IBCA. I'm almost certain it was an IBCA. He said, go there and I'm going to park next to you. And we're going to cook together. And I said, man, I always said I'm not going to cook without Mark. And Mark's not here, man. We buried him a couple months ago. And he said, go get a picture of him printed and hang it on your barbecue pit, and he'll be there with you. And goddamn it, get with it. And all right. He said, you've got PTSD. I said, I've never even been to war, dude. I don't have PTSD. He said, that's all the same. He said, so you know how Chris is. And I didn't even know. There he is right there. There's Mark. That was San Antonio Rodeo, probably, I'm going to say 17 or 18. We're in a tent there. They were lighting our fires that morning. And that was Mark. He was a good cat, man. He had a lot of fun. And then that was turned in San Antonio Rodeo, I think the same weekend. He went and turned in for us. And needless to say, we didn't win nothing, but we had a good time. And so I printed this picture. I hung it on my barbecue pit. Went to Jordan. We cooked. I don't remember what we got a call in. I think we got a little like a 5th or 6th place brisket call. Chris was right next to me. He coached me a little bit, gave me some ideas how to do this, how to do that. And when I got that brisket call, I turned around. He was standing there. And he grabbed me and he hugged me and we both cried together. And he kind of broke me out of that funk, man. He got me out of that, that I can't do this no more, to instead, I can do this, and I want to do this. And this is really my passion. This is what I love. It's my hobby. And then CBA was kicking off about the same time. So the very next one was a CBA in Uvalde, and that's where I met Robert Smith. So, yeah. Long story, but Chris Davis is my third on the Mount Rushmore. I owe it all to him because he broke me out of it. And I'll still hear from him every now and then. He'll text me, we'll talk, and I adore him. I love him. I see him. We saw him at the Royal this year, and he gave me. We didn't get no calls at the Royal. We went first time ever. Wanted to go. That's really what we wanted to do. We went. We didn't get nothing. We had a 21st turkey. Didn't get a call on it. We're right there. But he said, "Hey, what do you think, man? What do you think?" And I said, "We're coming back. We're going to walk that stage." And he said, "I'm going to walk it with you." And I said, "I want you to," and I promise you. That's our immediate goal this year. We're already entered, registered, got our rooms paid for, the whole deal. We're going to roll this year, and Chris Davis and I are going to walk stage together. I promise you. We're going to try hard. We're going to try hard. So yeah, Chris is my dude, man. And then of course number 4 is Fred Robles. Everybody knows why Fred's everybody's not Rushmore because he did a lot for barbecue, Texas barbecue. I consider him a friend. We're friends, and he's given me some ideas. And I said it earlier, Fred has always been kind of an influence, but a mental influence to me. He's cool, man. He handles his stuff. He doesn't get involved in all the nonsense. And he's a class act, man. He's a good dude. We're friends, and he's on my Mount Rushmore for a while. And so then I guess the gift shop, I'm going to put Mark Sparks in that gift shop, man. He's gone, but he should be in the gift shop because we're here.
Who's your barbecue homie, though?
Oh, man, everybody knows that one. That ain't no secret. And I've got about 4 or 5 of them, really, but I'm not going to do
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not going to do Uwe Brown and name 7 guys in one sentence, but I would like to.
And remember, though, as of last week, we started the gumball machine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right, Rob?
Yeah, we did. You got your barbecue homie, and you got one in the gumball machine.
One in the gumball machine.
God damn, that even makes it even tougher.
Y'all stick around. We still have the rate my box here in just a second.
All right, so Derek Bernal's he's my barbecue homie, man. We talk almost every week. We're every day almost. I mean, we're family. We're not really family, but we're family. We talk. I know his story. I know his kids, his wife, his dad. We're all friends. I get text messages from all of them. He'll randomly text me, what you doing there? How's it going? Whatever. And
hashtag gumball homie is funny as shit, by the way.
Well, Derek called one in Fort Davis this weekend. He did. He called it. And Derek was the one that kind of helped me progress a little bit. He's like, man, what the hell are you doing wrong? Why aren't you winning? Your shit's good, but what are you missing? And so he gave me a few little pointers, and we applied them, and it worked. And so, yeah. Derek's my barbecue homie, man. He knows it. Everybody knows it. And I'm gonna have to put AJ Garza in my gumball machine. That's gonna break Louis' heart. Louis, I love Louis.
AJ Garza in the gumball.
AJ Garza.
That was a tough one, but yeah, if I could stick Louis and I'll stick Louis and AJ both in there together.
You only get one, bro.
Yeah, you only get one.
Yeah,
AJ Garza, hashtag gumball homie.
Gumball.
Yeah, he's my gumball homie.
That's pretty good, bro. I'm glad
That just sounds funny, bro. I like it. Eddie, good job, bro. Hashtag gumball homie. AJ Garza.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, y'all ready to do some rate my boxes?
Let's fucking rape these boxes.
All right, no rape my boxes. Rate
sorry, I thought that's
my boxes. Sergio, you know about this rate my box, right? Let me turn.
Oh,
this
he raped
off.
mine.
I'm sorry.
I sent him a brisket box. He raped it. Yeah. I know.
Oh, Eddie's pretty good at that.
That was
And again, we're just trying to help each other, right? We're not doing nothing to hurt or upset. Oh, look at this guy. That should be the gumball homie right there. I'm just saying. Guy giving them silver bullets going on. All right, Gooder gang. Oh, there's AJ Garza right there. He's like laughing right now. Hashtag gumball homie.
Louis just texted and said he's in the parking lot. He's not in the gumball.
Louis just left, says Chris Goodman.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, he's parking my truck for me.
He gone. AJ says Derek don't have no picture like me and Sergio though. I don't know what that means.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know either.
Brandon Perriman, my brisket box already got raped in Quero. Yeah, apparently it had a gray hair in it, Brandon Perriman. I mean, let's go. All right.
Hey, Rob.
All right. What we got?
Rob, I sent you a box.
All right. I'll get it in.
And I want you to show it. Oh shit.
Oh man. Man, was that on OnlyFans or what?
Yeah, it'd have been a ringer, man. We'd have made a lot of money.
It was on Only Cans because he cooks on drums.
Whole lot of love.
All right, let's get to these rate my boxes, guys. We've got a few that were sent in tonight, and we've got a few more that we'll get to here in just a second. The first box is from the Starship Enterprise. It is Spock on a cock, and we will take that one away right there. But the first box is going to be, let's get us over here in the corner. No, not that one. Here we go. This one right here. We got a pork box first up. Sergio, you know we do poker faces here, man.
Yeah.
All right, Gooder Gang 10 is a perfect score. Excellent. 9 is very good. 8 is fair, and the 7s are personal. That is poor. Do your thing, Gooder Gang. A lot of them are checking in right now. 10, 10, 10, 10. The money muscles are on point. 10, 9 from Bell. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right, Sergio, you're the guest of the evening. You're up first, my man.
Man, I'm not a fan of the Robert Sierra. Told me that was spaghetti whenever I first did a pork box, and he said, "You got to put spaghetti in there." I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a 10 besides the spaghetti.
What don't you like about that though? The spaghetti. When I'm talking about we're talking about the strands in the middle.
It's stringy, man. I mean, you got to remember they're using a fork to try that, so they're going to take. And if you're not careful, they may just get one little bitty old string of it, and they won't get a full good bite of it, I guess.
Yep.
It looks cool, but the brush marks, I can get by that. That's just the angle of the picture. But I think you got to remember they're using a fork and a plastic knife. I'd give them a little bit more than that. Now,
Can I just say that Phil Breeden is way past his bedtime, by the way, and I appreciate you, Phil. Thanks for checking it in. Eddie, what you think, my man?
I mean, fuck, man, I thought I was picky, and man, Sergio's bringing up the brush marks. God dang. Fuck, it's a 10 for me, man. I can't find anything that I don't like about it besides that damn foil being dirty. Clean that shit up. That's a 10.
That's a 10 all day for me as well. That is a great job. Whoever wants, if anybody watching in the Gooder game, please claim that box. That is a great box. All right. The next box up is a chicken box. All right, let's see if the Gooder gang is chiming in yet.
I think Phil's on that Montana time. I don't know what time it is over there, but he's
yeah,
probably
Phil.
on that
Yeah,
time.
he's still on that Montana. Tony Longoria 10. I saw 9. Oh my God, the Gooder gang's checking in quick. Again, if you get him an 8 or a 7, we need an explanation. Ricky a 9, 10. Wes, what's up, Wesley Reed? Staying up so late. I appreciate you, my man. James Minotti with a 9. Brandon Perriman 10. Bell Clark 8. We need an explanation, ma'am. JJ Daly 9. Nicho 10. Uwe 9. Serge 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right, I'm gonna let you know what, I'll go first here. 9 for me. I don't like, you always hear me about baked in sauce. I don't see a little baked in there. I don't like the spotchy spot in the middle, but I'm not going to kill it. It's a 9 for me. I'll let Eddie go next.
I'm gonna rate this one two different ways. So on the half, it's a 10 for me. On the fucking legs, man, it's a fucking 8. I don't like them.
Why you gotta call them fucking legs?
Man, because like you put 3 in there, and that's, man, you're just filling in the blanks right now. So it looks like you just kind of threw them, and I don't know. I don't like it. The whole box itself, I'm gonna give it a 9, 8 maybe, but the half looks fucking great. That's my opinion.
All right, Sergio.
I think the halves are good. I like that color on the half, that golden, but I have learned that it doesn't work. They kill us every time we do that. So we went a little darker. We've been scoring better. And I would have turned that, like Brian Fox said, I'd put that breast forward. And if you're going to put 3, they look like drumettes. I'm not sure they're even legs, but don't put them in there, man. Just leave it. If your chicken's good, run it. You don't have to fill the box up. If you're going to fill the box up, fill the box up. But I don't know. I think you should have turned it a quarter turn. Good bird. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah, that's not even a full box, right?
yeah, fill it up if you're going to fill it up. But
So yeah, that's the first thing I
always
commented
like
on.
forward, that way they can get to it. I mean, they want to be able to get to that, I think. And darker birds work better for me. And I like that bird. I love that color. Awesome. But it hasn't worked for us.
All right, next box is another chicken box. All right, Gooder gang. I don't know if it's me or not, but we haven't seen anything. We got a 9, Los Gordos, 10, 9, 9. There's no half points, Phil Breeden. 8, Wes Reed. Let's see an explanation, Wes, please. 8, Miguel Sharpie. He does not like the Sharpie. 9, 9. All right, Sergio, you're up first, my man.
Man, I'm going to say a 9, but I'm really not sold on that. I don't like the Sharpies. I'm not one of those. We tried it a couple times. It didn't work. The breast is cool. I mean, the medallion's in there. Breast is forward. I mean, yeah, it'll do something. It'll probably kick our ass, but I'll give it a 9. Maybe
Let's
make
talk.
it darker. It's kind of yellow. Make it a little darker. That just
All right,
could be a picture.
We'll come back to it in a second. I'll go next. I'm not a fan. This is an 8 for me. Lot too much going on in my opinion right here. There's we got slices down in the front right. We got a good looking bird in the middle. I mean, to me, if I'm judging that bird, 10, maybe 9. I don't know. I don't like that leg in the back. There's just too much going on. Is that a wing behind that too? A lot going on. That's an 8 for me. Eddie, what you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Rob on this one. It's definitely an 8 for me. Fuck the shit in the leg in the back, and then a wing hit him back there. Ain't nobody gonna try that shit, bro. Like everybody's gonna go for that breast and that other breast, and you're just wasted your time on that. And it probably scored very well, and you probably got a first place and cool, whatever. But clean the box. And I'm sure they're gonna say, "Man, I cleaned it after I turned, after the picture." But
there it is, my boy, Carlos Calzada. Chicken was second in Jordanton. It was really good.
Yeah,
I believe it. I believe it. And Carlos is
not a fan of all of this. Man, pick what you keep it simple. Do a half and breast, or do a half and
people
wing.
are getting too creative with the chicken, man, because it's you can, but
and man, there's such thing as doing too much, and I think this is doing too much.
What do you guys think about the slices, or slicing a breast and putting it in? And again, Carlos, I know this is your box. Take Carlos out of the equation. Just as y'all's approach, are you gonna slice anything like that? I've thought about doing that.
I've thought about it,
but I feel like as soon as you slice it, you start drying out of chicken. Chicken is like something that could dry out pretty quickly, in my opinion. So I've kind of stayed away from it, but looks good here.
It'll dry up and get cold. I'm afraid it gets cold too fast when you slice it.
Yeah.
If that slice is good, so is your breast. Just on your breast.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
Don't get so creative. I'm not a creative guy when it comes to chicken.
All right, so Gooder Gang's chiming in. James Minotti, he says, where's it at right there? I thought
And the slices, Belle, she says, the slices are done correctly. Yeah, the slices look great. So maybe, man, let's just do slices all the way around and take that leg and that wing. Like, you got one wing. Come on, man. Sorry, bro.
Second place, bro.
I guess
again.
Carlos. I didn't know it was Carlos's, but I would have told him the same thing, if he showed it to me in person,
Yep. No. Again, we're here to help. This is what we do on the Gooder chain. Gooder go. All right, here we go.
I already know who the box is just by looking at it.
I have no idea whose box this is. I have opinions, but we'll let the Gooder Gang chime in. All right, who we got here in the corner here?
Just going to fill in for Sergio.
And who we got here?
Shelton Bauer.
All right.
Sergio Chapa.
Son-in-law. Man, we've heard a lot about you.
Son.
I don't think he likes you very much.
What's your role on the team? Coyote Cookers 2.0, my man.
2.0 role. A little bit of everything. I don't think it's so much of a set role. Sergio really talks me up, but man, we all kind of do everything.
Man, he said you and him make the final decision.
well, that is partially true.
All right, here we go. We got a lot of foil goods. Foil good. 10. A lot of 10s in this chicken. Here we go. Uwe with an 8. Uwe, please tell us. You got to give an explanation, my man.
Please.
I already know what Rob was going to say. Yeah, you probably do. All right. We'll let the man in the bottom corner go first. What you think about this chicken, my man?
You got it, Sergio? You mean?
No, go ahead. I think it's a small enough chicken. He probably should have put the whole thing in there as spatchcock. It probably would have fit. Go ahead.
I'm going to go 9.
Why?
Man, coloring is just right. No splotches. I like the way that bird is tucked. Wingtip, if you're going to put the wingtip in there, make it pretty. 9.
Are you a wingtip fan?
Not necessarily.
Hey, the past 2 chickens we've turned in had wingtips, and we won both of them. So, yeah, we're back to wingtip.
You're back to wingtip. I'll go, you know what? I'll let Eddie go next. What you got, Eddie?
I'm going to go 10. And I'm going to go like 10 plus. I think this is This is the perfect chicken right here. When I cook chicken, not when I cook chicken. Man, this is what I want chicken to fucking look like. You can see the leg and the thigh separated from the breast and the wings. The definition of it, and it's fucking badass. The only, if I had to say anything about it, would be maybe go a little longer on setting the sauce.
Yeah, dry it up a little bit.
Man, this is fucking picture perfect. Beautiful chicken. 10 all day long. Not because I know who it is, but
I don't know whose box this is. I promise you. I'm going to go 9. And I love the chicken. I just think, y'all hear me say all the time, I love a baked in sauce. I need it a little more baked in. So whatever temp you put this on, it looks like you probably put it on at 155 and put the sauce on. I need that. I need you saucing at 140. I need that baked in a little bit more. I like that little dark. You can still get that shine on it and get a little darkness of it. And other than that, I also don't like so much foil showing, man. I need a bigger bird. 9 from me.
this is not my box.
All right. It looks like Ricardo claims it 15th out of 112. And
I knew it.
Real deal.
Yeah. Belle Clark, she says too much space. I agree.
And most of the time I would say that. Man, I've said that multiple times. But if I'm judging this chicken on its own, fuck. That's badass chicken.
Shine's good. We got boom. We got a boom here. We gotta love the shine. I do. I just need a little more baked in. You know whose box that is. I didn't know.
I think it's mine because I was so nice to it.
Oh.
It wasn't mine.
No, I did not know. And I don't think Eddie would be that guy. But all right, here we go. Next box. Let me pull this comment down and then we'll do what we do.
I know Poker Face, but man, this looks familiar.
Poker Face, Sergio. Fucking Phil. We're splitting hairs.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Phil.
All right, here we go. First score is a 9.
Right,
let's go, Gooder Gang. Do your thing. We got 75 people. 76. Let's go. Haven't we seen this one? I don't know. I don't think we did. Maybe we have. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar saying, have we seen this one? I don't think so. Maybe. I think we did. Yeah, I think we saw this one. I just saw Eddie wearing a
10%. We'll
I'm just gonna take charge.
Have we seen this one before, Eddie?
Person go first on this one, and we saw it last week.
Okay.
I think. And man, it still is fucking 7.
Sergio, since you didn't see this one last week, what you thinking, man?
Man, I'm gonna be polite and say a 7.
That's not polite. That's personal.
And unless they didn't learn anything from last week.
I'm not a thigh cook either, man. I mean, I
It's not the thighs.
It ain't.
I learned how to cook thighs. It never has worked for me yet. I mean, so we're still. But if you're gonna cook thighs. Make them.
All right. My bad. We'll,
maybe it was a new one, bro. What do you give? You have to rate it.
All right, here we go. We got a brisket box. Not the best lighting, but you guys can figure out what we got here.
You didn't rate that chicken.
I rated it last week, not very highly
that's the
either.
new box, bro. You got to rate it.
It was an 8.
Yeah.
All right. Gooder Gang.
Oh, shit. I'm laughing at the comments, not at.
I am too.
I don't see any comments here, man. That sucks. I don't see no comments on my side.
8. Brian Fox had hair. All right, 8. 8. Kind of sloppy all around. Photo time. All right, 8. Wesley Reed. 8. 8. You guys are not Put in comments of why you're rating an 8 other than hood on the hair from Brian Fox. Daddy Dutch, what's up, Daddy Dutch? Still watching. First in, still watching. 9. Chris Goodman, I give it a 9. That had hair in it. Little Gringo, 8. The edges are already starting to crumble. Okay. Gary Robertson, 8. 8. All right. Eddie, first in, you're a brisket man. What you thinking about this box here?
Yeah, that's an 8 for me. It's too wet, man. Just
And
too much.
What do you mean
shit
by
on it.
wet? Just
Like on the slices, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't care for the crumbling because, man, the way we cook it in Texas, it's kind of hard. But I wouldn't say it's tender quick, because
I don't see that
I
at
don't
all.
think it's tender quick.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't see
saw a
that. I
comment
don't
on
see
there,
that at all.
but man, yeah, it's definitely an 8. I don't know.
Sergio?
Too much sauce, man. Good trim job. Badass trim job, I think, when it started. Might have taken it a little hot and kind of got it crumbly. But then the sauce kind of screwed the pooch. If you wouldn't put that much sauce, if you don't put sauce on it, put it on the backside. And then you'd be in a 9 in my book. But it's an 8 right now. The way it's too wet.
That's an 8 for me. I don't like slice 2 and 3. I mean, there's an obvious like cut there, and it's like you can see foil going in there. I don't like that at all. That's an 8. And the sauce, I'm not a big fan of as well. Very wet. 8 for me.
I'm an 8. Dry it up, put it in a 9. It may be badass on flavor.
Oh, I bet it tastes good.
Somebody's gonna say they hit first with it.
They're definitely gonna say first place for sure. All right, let's delete this one. We'll go here. We will wait for the Gooder Gang to chime in. We got a few more, guys. Don't worry. All right, let's see the Gooder Gang at 9. A lot of 9s in here. A lot of 9s. In fact, the consensus is all 9s. I'll go first here. I'll give it a 9 as well. I'd like to see more consistent saucing. I can see a lot of splotchiness in the front. I can see a little splotchiness in the front end. That's my consensus here.
What the hell?
What you thinking, Mr. Sergio Chapa?
I'm gonna say 9, man. That's good. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not going to kill it.
yeah. I mean, it could be a little darker, I think, but I mean, keep making it that color. Better for us. I'm telling you, that golden color doesn't fly, but it looks
Producer Ty, what you think about this box, Producer Ty? Look who's chiming in right now from Illinois.
I just got back. I saw this box earlier when I uploaded it, and I thought y'all would like this one. I mean, I think I give it a 9.
Well, I gave it a 9 as well.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh, of course.
Man, so you got grainy on top, and then you got, where the fuck did the seasoning go on the bottom? So, man, it wasn't ready. Rub wasn't set.
What could help this box here, Eddie?
Man, set the rub. Stop over spritzing your chickens. I don't think you need to spritz chicken, but I feel like this chicken got spritzed, and man, the rub never set.
Okay.
Maybe not, but you got your rub washing off in a lot of different locations, so I'm gonna assume the rub wasn't set.
All right. Yeah, maybe over spritzing, not setting before you sauce it. Because if it's not set, when you sauce that hot sauce on there, what's going to happen to all that rub?
Wash off.
Gone. All right.
Clean the fucking pot. Clean the box, bro. What the fuck?
This is all we're trying to do, guys. We're trying to help each other, build each
And if
other
you
up.
take anything, it's clean the box.
If Ty's going to be in here, I'm going to let Ty put the next box. Love it. Ty is back, people. Ty is back, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, what is... Oh, sorry. Poker face.
Oh.
Sorry.
Poker face, bro.
Sorry, Eddie.
It's a hard one.
This chicken looks ready for action.
Ah, damn, Brandon. Damn it, Brandon. Damn it, Brian.
Oh my God! All right, here we go. Let's Gooder Gang. Let's see what we got here. We got some ooze. Is that a turkey? Ty coming in clutch.
Jackie.
Where's Jackie's comment? Jackie's comment
Man.
was
Jackie, Brian.
all right.
Fuck. Man, they took the words right out of my mouth.
Sergio Chapa.
Man, you do that to me.
I knew I would. You know, you're the guest tonight, so we'll put you on the spot.
Man, I think it's. I think I'm just going to try to be kind here. They're trying hard. Maybe the first cook. You need to turn it a half circle. Put the breast forward. Always clean it up. Looks like shit. I mean, it's just nasty. We overcooked it. Oversauced it.
I'll go next. I'll let Eddie close this out.
I'm going to be the passive prick in the story. Go ahead, Eddie.
I will say, no, I'm next. I do like the baked in sauce. You know, you talk to me, you know, I say it all the time.
You're just being nice.
I would like it breast forward, but this leg thing here. All right, guys, come on, let's go. You know, that is definitely cooked. The leg should have been rolled over to where it looks like a real chicken laying on its side. This is this chicken looks like it's ready for action. Looks like it's a turkey. And I'll let Eddie close this out.
Bro. I feel like a really bad person right now. Whoever this is, please keep cooking. Don't give up. Man, no matter what I say, just keep on going. But, man, I'm reading these comments, and I agree with all of them. Man, it looks like a HEB fucking, you know, that mesquite one. And it looks like one of those rotisserie chickens from the store. Somebody said it had the tail on it.
Which are amazing, by the way.
Man, I'm gonna go with this. I don't know. Are we doing a CBA?
No, 7. Yeah.
We're doing CBA or Lone Star. Because if I can,
7s are personal, bro.
Well, it's a 7, but if it's IBCA style, man, I'm going 5. If it's Lone Star, I'm going 1.
Look at this guy, Cesar Mejia. Reach out to me. Let's go.
Yeah, reach out to Caesar.
No
Man, reach
doubt.
out to me. I will. Man, I'll help you out, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Man, I'm open. So, man, if it's Lone Star 1, if it's IBCA 5, and if it's CBA 7.
All right, we're gonna go 10 more minutes because 2.5 hours in the show. It's been awesome with Sergio, but how many more do we got left, Ty?
Looks like we have 5 more.
Okay, we're gonna go we're gonna go 20 more minutes apparently. Let's go next.
Poker face. Was this,
Eddie?
and I just want to know, was this the same person that cooked that last chicken?
That's him. That's Eddie. I mean, that's AJ Garza.
You just asked me for a chicken class. Why is he talking about calling Eddie?
Oh my goodness! All right, that Gooder Gang's doing everything. 8s, a lot of 8s, 7, rocking a 8.
I'll go last on this one. Man, I gotta check the tires real quick.
Go check the tires. All right. I'll go first on this one. Let me pull this down here. Looks dry. It's uneven. The slices, look at slice 3 and 4. Those are completely opposite. They should be the same direction. It looks dry. I don't know. I'm gonna give that an 8. Choppa, what you got?
I'm gonna let Shelton call this one. I'll let him be the passive prick on this one.
Oh, okay. Who we got?
All right, Rob.
Let's go.
Don't roast me.
Is this yours?
No.
No, God, no.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say they probably au jus with mustard. I'm not digging the trim job. No au jus, no sauce anywhere that I can see. I'm gonna go 8.
Okay.
And that's that I'm being real generous.
Fair enough. Ty Cobb, I want your opinion on this box.
Definitely the foil is wrapped up over, so I would fix the foil, and definitely the slices are going the wrong way for between 3 and 4, and then the bark even looks uneven, like the 5th slice got some of the bark, and the rest of it just fell off. So I'll say 7.
Ooh,
this
damn.
is it looks really dry too.
I did it. I didn't.
Sorry.
That's not your box. That's not his box. He's fucking with you.
Alone.
I
Probably
think
tastes great.
I think some au jus would have gone a long ways. I'm with Phil. That's an IBCA box.
All right, and Eddie Morales next. What you think, man?
7. Next. Man, yeah, it's a 7. Uneven. Everything.
Okay. All right, hold up. Real quick. Carlos Herrera. Let's go. Put his comment up here, Ty, please. This is mine. First cook-off. Thanks for all. I'm coming stronger.
Yeah.
Hell yes. All right, so
Man,
we know this is his first cook-off. Sergio, help him out. What can we do here?
Yeah, man. For your first cook-off, I mean, that's not bad at all. I think he over-trimmed. He was a little nervous on the trim, so he cut a whole bunch off the bottom. Need to clean up the slices. Need the au jus. Save your au jus. Strain your au jus. Get it clean. Put a little sauce on top. It's not going to hurt it. And set it back in. When you go to slicing, keep them in order because your 3rd and 4th are backwards. Well, the front 3 are backwards. And so count them when you slice it. Take your time, slice it, move them off, keep them in order, put them back in order. I don't like putting that drier stuff up in front. I'd rather put more of the point to the front. That's just me.
Eddie, go ahead. Help him out.
I do start off with the flat. I don't mind starting off with the flat, but yes, like everybody else said, the first 3 slices looks like, man, they should have been flipped around. And I'm not gonna say, man, au jus it more. It looks dry. It doesn't look, and I want to say it looks overcooked, but at the same time, it looks undercooked. So, and I was actually hanging out with them this weekend, man. They had some great breakfast. They had some great food. So I'm sorry I gave you a 7, brother, but man, this is his first cook-off. And I talked to him about it, and I told him, I said, man, just stick to it. Don't give up on the first one, man. Just keep going.
Take a class, man.
And I'm sure it probably tastes good.
Take a class, you'll kick our ass.
All right, I'll tell you. My first brisket did not look like that. That is well above what my first brisket looked like. And I will tell you again, I would make sure when you slice it, make sure when you slice it, and if you're going to lay it out on a table or you lay it on a cutting board before you do whatever the hell you're going to do to it, make sure the directions are all the same. That's the main thing. It looks sloppy, and I mean that in a constructive way. Make sure they're all the same. That will completely change the appearance and the look whenever somebody opens that box. Yeah, they're gonna like that. Yeah, good job.
And even allow yourself some more time, man. I mean, he may have been in a rush and tip got cattywampus on them. Allow yourself enough time. And going back to that au jus, warm that au jus up, get it hot. And that way, when you au jus it, you're warming it up if it kind of cooled off on you because you might have taken too long to slice it.
Yeah, and keep sending them in, man. You know, hey, we're the most critical. So if you please us, you're gonna please the judges. All right, let's go. Hey, great job.
Man, my brisket did not look this good.
Exactly. I said that same thing. My brisket did not. My first brisket did not look like that. Shout out to Phil Breeden. I think it's coming out maybe tomorrow. Fade to black. We got a new rub out on the market coming real soon. Shout out to Phil Breeden. LC Barbecue, first place brisket in KCBS using fade to black. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
I'm gonna go 10 on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 on that. Are we ranking this? Is that what we're doing right here? This is awesome.
Rate my box, bro. It's on here, so I'm gonna
rate my box. I'm gonna give that a 10. Absolutely, all day long. I'll go first on that one. But Carlos, continue. Keep it going, man. And I want to see more of your boxes, and we'll continue to help you out, man. Seriously. Keep going at it, man. But look at Phil Breeden right here, LC Barbecue. New product, fade to black, man. This is awesome.
Badass label. I like black and purple all day long.
Looks dry.
Brian Fox says it looks dry.
Maybe that's the look we're going for, bro. Maybe that's it right there. Let's go. Here we go.
Poker face.
I will say, when we're talking about same direction, this is what we're talking about right here.
Claim it.
Yeah, it's a good box here. Claim that one. 9 from Bell, 10 from the dude, James Minotti. Can we get a Minotti box, man? This is that man can cook some good shit right there. 9 Uwe Braun, still watching. Nicho 10. ZZ Top Fan 9. Brandon Perriman 10. CB Barboza 10. Randall 9. Jackie 10. Man, we got some great. Hey guys, the Gooder gang, they're helping us, man. And look at all these quality damn cooks out in the comments right now. They're helping us out right now. A lot of 10s in there and a lot of 9s. Sergio, what you got in here?
That's a 10 all day, man. As soon as I saw it, that's a 10. You got a little bit of point meat on there. You on the bottom. That's why I like it. That's what I turn in. I mean, I don't know that mine looks that good because that's awesome.
Sergio, we ask this question all the time. You've probably heard us asking. What do you think about that point meat on the bottom? You just mentioned that you like it, right?
I like it in Texas. I mean, I like it in New Mexico too. I've never cooked all over the country, but it probably won't work KCBS. They'll probably ding you for it. But around here, hell yeah, all day long. That little square on the, I know what James is talking about to the right. It's kind of squared off. He probably might have used the caddy. That might have done that to you, but it ain't gonna hurt. It's good. 10. I'd say it.
I know what James is talking about as well. I'll go next. Eddie, I'll let you go last here. I see what he's talking about. It could have been like completely rounded on both ends. But the fact that it's all uniform, I'm cool with it right now. I'm going to give that a 10 all day long. And I do like the fat on the bottom of that. That to me is a good brisket there. Now I can see, are we going to ask about tender quick here? I think I might see a little bit of that. But if I'm a judge, I'm not gonna recognize that. So it's a 10 for me. I'm a 10.
That's 10.
Eddie, go for it.
So, man, the fact that I feel like Jackie, man, we're always on the same page here, and I'm gonna go with Jackie on this one, and it's gonna be a 10 for me. I don't mind man. I don't think it's tender quick. It doesn't look like tender quick to me, and if it is, man, you did a really good job of using tender quick. I love the point meat. Though, if I was
only reason I mentioned that is I can see on the right side that.
If I wanted to be a super fucking, I'd say clean up that au jus on the bottom. Don't let it pool like that. But
no, I'm down with that.
I don't really give a shit about that, dude. That's a badass box, Brian. Great job.
Good job, Brian.
I think that's
Brian
the that Brian got from me.
What did it place, Brian? Where did you stick that one at? It was top 10. Had to be.
That has to be.
He said no tender quick.
Yeah.
Still don't believe you.
I don't think it doesn't look like that to me. Yeah,
My
foil
bad.
is good.
My
Foil's
bad.
Not the greatest. If we're
Foil.
judging foil, I'm going 7. I'm just kidding.
We don't judge foil on this panel. All right, who we got, Ty? What else we got, bro? Oh, okay. Rip. Finally, we get something else. We got brisket and chicken all day long. No pork today, right? All right. Hey, Phil said he likes that the left side and the right side are trimmed different. I want to eat it. All right. All right, here we go. We got a rib box. Sergio checking in. His tecayo. All right, here we go. 9s. A lot of 9s checking in here so far on this rib box. A lot of 9s. Man, shout out to the Gooder Gang checking in. 75,000. Still watching 2.5+ hours later. You guys are why we do this show, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Phil's judging each rib.
and I'm with that, bro. I feel that.
And that's why he's a badass. He thinks out the box.
Phil's judging each fucking rib. All right, Sergio, you're up first, my man.
I'm gonna say Phil's brain's not like ours, man. He's different.
8, 9, 8.
No, I'll go with a 9. That's a good box. Like it's full of 10 ribs. I like it. You can see a little pullback. Man, I probably wouldn't have. It looks like up in front, those 2 on the left probably didn't belong to the rack, but he was gonna buy and had to make it work. You know?
Eddie, you're up next.
All right, so I'm gonna go on the bottom row. I'm gonna go 10. On the top row, I'm gonna go 7. So overall, I'm gonna go 8.
8.5.
Sorry.
Wondering why the ones on the bottom look like. Yeah, I mean,
the bottom ones look great as what I can see, right?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that bottom rack look like on the bone side, or just flip them bitches over, because that is so hard to dismiss that top wave, that top unevenness. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8 as well. I think you could have scored it better just by flipping them over. I mean, meaning put that top rack on top and bottom rack on bottom. I don't know.
Them toenails look janky.
Put the top row and bottom. Yeah, exactly what I said there, James Minotti. I think that that could have benefited here. It's too. So right here, you know, we'll just talk about this real quick. That is like a definitely. Once you open that box, it's hard not to notice that wave, right? Or that 2 bones, 3 bones on the left side that are the toenails that we've been calling them on the show right there. Those are just too visible. So it looks out of whack. So
the motorboat's cool, man. Everybody wants to do a motorboat. I like it, but you just got to make them look right.
Don't have to turn in 10 bones. Would have left those 2 ribs out. Yeah, good point. The dude barbecue, Snaggletooth, absolutely. All right,
6 bones, perfect.
Mr. Ty Cobb, what we got left? Ooh, all right, here we go.
Last one.
Last box of the night.
Damn, Rob, you didn't show the ones I sent you.
Send them to the Ty real quick. We got 2 more. We got time for 2 more.
Sent it to the group.
Ty, let me know if you got 2 more from Eddie, please, sir. All right, 8. Too much sauce and slices. 9, 9, 9. Looks like a blood splatter on 7. All right, okay. I see what he's saying.
What do you think?
8, 8, 8. Ooh, Jackie. 8.
I like it.
I'll go first here. I'm gonna go 8 on this box real quick, just because if you're gonna take from the top to the bottom, the top 4 slices look great. Bottom 3, which are your show slices, are just not. I'm not a fan of. I like it's too splotchy, and it could be the picture, but yeah, it's too red on the left side versus the right side, and the back 4, 5 slices look great. So that is I'm gonna go 8 on this box. Sergio, you're up.
Marissa's looking over my shoulder, so I'm gonna give you a girl's look at it. She said the same thing, 8, because she didn't like the bottom 3 slices. They're blotchy looking. Maybe the shadow on the foil or something. I get that, but probably 8 damn good. It looks like it's cooked right.
Eddie, what you? All right, I'm sorry, my man. Eddie, what you think, bro?
I really don't want to. I really don't want to give this one a score, just because I don't know if they put a fucking filter on it or what. But if everybody's seeing what I'm seeing, it looks like there was a filter, but forget the quality of the picture and the filter, if you will. But man, the slices look good to me. Man,
it looks like the top.
I'm ignoring all that. I'm trying to ignore all that red shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like it went from top 4 to brisket to meatloaf.
Yeah,
bottom.
And if I want to ignore that red, that looks like I don't know what the fuck it is. Man, the slices look like, man, that's a 9 to me. I'm sure it's the picture and the filter and whatever they did to it, but it looks good.
All right, Ty, did you get his last 2?
Yeah, I'm uploading you real quick. You're right.
All right. We got 2 more.
I don't know what that red stuff is.
I think it's shadow. I'm gonna give him a shadow.
A burger.
This is what you sent in.
That was the best burger I ever ate. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm gonna need some wings around this motherfucker. Just saying. All right, what are we looking at? Who knows?
We're looking at a burger.
Yeah, it's Kids Q Burger in Fort Davis this weekend.
Okay, all right.
So
all
I'm
right.
assuming this is. Well, I'm not assuming. I know whose it is.
It was good. Say that.
All right, I'm gonna give that 10. I like the grill marks on the bun. I can see the bacon poking out. I can see some cheese, and I can see some burger. That's a 10 all day long. I want to eat the crap out of that. Sergio, what you think?
I didn't see the turning. I didn't see that part of it. I did taste the second one. It was bad to the bone. Yeah, the 10 all day.
That's the burger itself. It's a 10. Man, again, clean the box. Clean that shit up, bro.
That is cute.
I know, but at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you.
It's we're judging what we get put in front of us, and man, you got 3 spots, and I see you tried to clean one of them. Let's clean them all.
Right there on the edge.
Man, I know whose this is, and I'm sorry, but
Get
let's
him out,
clean it
right?
up, man. Let's clean it up.
All right, next box, Mr. Ty. Then we'll give some shout outs and we'll get out of here. Almost 3 hours long, by the way. Oh shit, we get another box. Okay,
Oh, shit,
here we go.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, my apologies if for some reason I didn't get your box in. You know, I was not here for the beginning of the show, so I may have messed up some when I sent them in and uploaded them. So just keep sending them to me, and I'll try to get them in. So my apologies. It's not
Ty, you're the man. Don't worry. Don't apologize, bro.
My fault.
You're the man. You're the man.
Well,
I'm gonna go first on this box, by the way. But we'll let the Gooder Gang do their thing. Reggie Q with a 10, 9 from Bell, 9, 10, 10. All right, I'm gonna go 10 on this box. Too much point meat for me, Brian Fox. Need to clean the box. Don't want to see the season. All right, all right. I'm going 10. It's not perfect, but I want to eat it. It's good. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going 10, man. That's what I like. That's what our boxes look like. The only thing I would change, maybe like make it a little bit wider, make it fill the box. But yeah, I like the point meat. I like the sauce. I like
Definitely fill that box if you can.
Yeah, the sauce on top set right. It's even. Just
Sergio, what do you like that point meat on the bottom?
Yeah, all day. I do it all the time. That's what we do.
All right, so
brisket cook in the world, but I like it.
Eddie, what you thinking here?
Nah, I'm gonna go 10. I love the point meat.
I think that hurt.
Love the point meat.
I think that hurt you though, going 10.
It does hurt me. I want to go 9 because they're not 100% even, but I do want to try
It's
it.
Cockeyed, right? A little bit cockeyed.
A little bit cockeyed, and man, based off of this picture, to me, I think that duck fat spray or that oil spray, whatever you did at the end, man, you got it on the foil. Clean it up. Put some paper towels. Put some paper towels in there so you won't get it on the foil. And you might say that you didn't do it, but man, I can see it. It's clear.
Talk about that, man. Randall Johnson, Ocala Q, killing it right there.
Yeah, man.
I get it. Yeah, I bet it was good. It tasted good. It had to.
It looks fucking amazing.
Ty, we got any more? Oh, I think Ty just checked out.
Well, that's not what I was expecting, but it's a great brisket box.
Third and Quero. Let's see what we got here. Let me kill this one. We got one more box to display. That looks like a professional photo taken of a chicken box. Gooder Gang, do your thing. And last box of the evening. 10, 10, 10. Portrait made. Was that Sergio? Was that Serge? Serge? Was that your box, my man? Jackie Milligan, 10, 10. All right. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. A lot of 10s here. That wing is tucked in nice and neat. Just say.
Oh, that's pretty.
Porn shot even from JJ Daly. What's up, JJ? How are you, man? Not Serge's box, by the way. All I can see is my boy. All right. Last box of the evening. I'll go last. I'll let Sergio go first.
10 all day. I love it. I like the color. That's what I like. That's what ours tries. We shoot for that all the time. I like the pullback on that leg. You can kind of see it.
Yep.
Right. Wingtip, team no wing. I'm with it.
Are you team no wingtip or are you team wingtip?
Well, like I say, I was team no wingtip, and then the past two cooks we've left them on there, and we've won pretty good. So had a first place chicken last week. So yeah, I'm probably going to be back to team wingtip. I'm back on Josh Hill's side, but that's a badass fucking chicken. It's good.
Eddie, what you got, bro?
Man, I kind of want to go last.
All right, you can go last. I'll go next here. Obviously, y'all heard me all the time. Breast forward, baked in sauce, no wingtip, 10 all day long. This cook is after my own heart. That is a damn good chicken. I'm sorry. But I would like to see more stuff where the foil is showing. That's all. But as far as that half is concerned, you can't do much better than that.
So, man, this is my box. This was
Are you team no wingtip now?
No, man, I did this just for you, brother.
Thank you, brother. How'd it go?
I don't care, man. I'm 50-50. Man, it don't bother me. I like the wingtip, and obviously, and I like the no wing.
Oh, is this in Quero?
This was in Quero, so I couldn't fill the box. Obviously,
right.
It's IBCA, so all that goes in there is 1/2.
Right.
This motherfucker got 3 7s and 2 8s.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? That's man, it got scored.
You don't cook IBCA
on parents. Yeah, I cooked everything, brother.
I know, but
I don't have a problem with anything. But
maybe a little more. It lacks. If I'm being critical here, but I already rated it 10. If I'm being critical, I would like to see a little more pepper or a little more texture. That's it.
Man, and I see plenty of pepper.
I do too. But it's not. But you got to look for it.
I'm not because it's my box, but I'm gonna disagree. I think you look at this picture and you see the pepper. But anyway,
Eddie, let me ask you this, and I'll answer the question on my own. Do you double sauce that, or is that just single sauce?
Yeah, that's single sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
We double sauce.
This was a single sauce.
Sauce it again, cook it in. I like the favorite.
Only thing I double sauce is my ribs. Sometimes, mostly KCBS. Everywhere else, it's just single sauce. But yeah, this is single sauce. Wow,
that's beautiful.
The fucking chicken was really good. I liked it. I would run it again.
Just because he's still up, my goodness, my boy is still awake. Here we go.
I'm Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
What am I doing?
All right, let's producer Ty, pull that down. Sergio, where'd you go, bro?
Man, I'm gonna do my best Phil Breeden impression.
Okay, let's see it.
I think you gotta.
I've been waiting all night for that.
Yeah, you gotta do this. That's the Phil right there.
I can grow a beard like that. It's not red though.
All right, Sergio. Hey, man, thank you so much for coming on the show. You've been amazing. You had a great following. You are one of the people that people love to hang out with. You're probably a lot of barbecue homies that will happen on the show later down the line because you're just a great guy. You got a great family. You got a great people. You got a great team behind you, man. It's great to learn about Coyote Cookers 2.0. Eddie, anything to add before we get him out of here?
Man, Sergio, congratulations on your success, brother. And I hope, I hope you keep killing it. Am I frozen?
No, you're good now. You're back. You're good.
Okay. My computer's freezing. But anyways, man, congratulations, brother. Man, keep it up. Keep doing what you do. And man, thank everybody for watching. Good luck this weekend wherever you're cooking. Myself, I'll be in Brady, Texas. So if anybody has something they want to talk about, man, come fucking see me. I'll be there.
Boom. All right, Sergio. Let's get some shout outs to people that support you, man.
Yeah, anybody? Man, thank y'all for having me. And we look forward to this for a long time. We were back in Kansas City last year, and you asked me to call you when we get home and be on your show, and I just didn't think we were ready for it. And thank you for being patient. I'm glad to be here tonight, though.
Absolutely.
Man, I just I never knew we had that kind of following or that kind of friends, but I do have a lot of friends, and I'm good with that, and I appreciate everybody that supports us. My friends and family, man, that's always first off. My wife, my kids, we wouldn't be here without them. I'm not the most approachable guy sometimes because I'm pretty intense when we're cooking, but if you want to talk, come on over. We'll talk. We'll visit. And I don't know it all. I just can tell you what I do know. I want to shout out to all my barbecue guys. We're on a text message. You know, Uwe Brown, Britt Davis. Of course, I told you all about the bubblegum machine guys. Louis Gonzalez, man. He's a good cat. He helps me a bunch, and he's there whenever I have questions, and it goes that way. But I know I'm forgetting somebody. I'm probably going to hurt somebody's feelings. I don't mean to. But, man, yeah. It's been a good time. Oh, shit. I forgot about Vince. Vince Regino. Fuck around, man.
Shit,
we're on a pro team. You know, I mean, Vince had faith in us when nobody else did. And he come to me and he said, what do you think about this, man? What do you think is Reggie Q and Coyote Cookers sound pretty good? And I said, yeah, what are you thinking? So he asked us to be on a pro team, and we really do use this season, and I use it all. I use it all in all three. And it works, man. Vince's a good dude. And I'll go Billy Ruff. There he is right there. Billy. Man. Hey, watch Billy. He's going to come around. He's on.
He's coming. He's coming.
He's going to get us all.
Yeah.
He's good. So, yeah, Nietzsche, Porky Pit crew, all those guys. Everybody's good people, man.
Man, I see a lot of great comments, a lot of great names in the comments. CB.
CB Barbosa, son of a bitch. So CB was there this weekend, and I thought if there's anybody going to beat the beat, it's going to be CB or it's going to be Backward Jack. So I knew that those two are going to be in the way, and we just got lucky. That's all to it, man. They're good competition. They're good people. I'm friends with all of them, and I appreciate them, and I love them, and I'll support them. We cheer for them. Serge Gracita, with that, y'all saw the video that he made. It's fucking unbelievable, man. I mean, I didn't know he was doing that.
It's our follow team.
Yeah, and he's a good dude, and I wish I could talk to him more. I wanted to talk to him more. We just got so busy. But yeah, he sends me Monday morning a message. He says, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna drop your video." I said, "My video? What video are you talking about?" And I sat on my back porch, drink coffee, and cried like a baby because he really did. He captured something that I didn't even know he was after, and so that's a good dude. Tim and Jackie, man, Tim Milligan, he's my buddy. He was in my house last night. We sat there and talked about all this. So yeah, I'm like I say, I don't mean to miss somebody. I might have, I'm sure, but. Come see us, man. I don't know where we're going next. I'd like to go somewhere, but I don't know where we're going.
Hey, we'll stick around. We're gonna drop you down here in a minute.
Yeah.
Eddie and I are gonna close out the show with his hairnet, and then we'll producer Ty and I will come back to you. But stick around and we'll hang out just for a minute, and we'll get you out of here, man. But thank you, Sergio. Appreciate you, man. You were.
Well, I enjoyed it. We appreciate you.
Breath of fresh air, man. It's great to have some really good people that are doing well out there, and just have some good new insight into what we're all doing right now, which is competitive barbecue, man. It's all see
for sure. Eddie,
all right, down, and then Eddie Morales and I are going to close out this show along with producer Ty. What a great guy, man! What a great guest that we had on tonight. He's got a lot of insight right there. A lot of good following out there. Just a good dude, man. And you know him, Eddie, and I know him as well.
Yes.
But it's good to have some good new blood into the barbecue world. And he's been doing it for a long time, but just coming on with the 2.0 team of the Coyote,
baby.
Absolutely.
Man, keep that shit up, brother. I mean, he's focused now. So, man, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And, man, I'm ready for it. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I love it. I've known him for, man, maybe a year, like you said, but great guy, man. I've hung out with him a couple of times, and fuck, dude, they're all badass.
You put the hairnet back on. What's going on there?
Man, I just wanted to close out by saying, man, Brandon, I told him too, man, I was pissed off for him. Man, I was probably more pissed off for him than he was pissed off for himself, you know? It wasn't me, but fuck, dude, that shit hit me like if it was. So, Brandon, watch the motherfucking hairs, bro.
especially the gray hairs.
Long
The gray hairs will get you. I know, bro. But hey, man, shout out to the Gooder Gang. 3 hours in. We don't do too many 3-hour shows, but they're still here, and I love you guys. And there it is. What is it? What is that, Eddie?
Man, I think somebody wanted to circle back to Weatherford. So
It's probably you,
Corby, here I am, brother. Sorry that I didn't bring it out earlier, but here it is.
All right, for Eddie Morales, my name is Robert Rocha, and producer Ty, who's coming in from Illinois. Ty, get in here real quick before we get out of here.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Bob? Thanks, man, for checking in.
I apologize to Rock and A for not getting your stuff. Just send it to me again, and I'll make sure to get it on. But yeah, I was a bit aloof today. I had to run around up in Illinois, visiting with my niece. She graduated college, going to play at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. So we're up here. I'm working remotely, doing the shows
Excuse,
remotely.
Ty.
Tonight, so.
Well excused, my man. Good job, bro.
Yeah,
all right, let's close out with Case, and we'll get out of here, my man. Well, next week we'll have Ira Green will be on our guest next week, going for number 7. He's number 6 right now, leading the IBCA. Ira Green will be our guest next week here on the So Smokin Gooder Show. Ty, Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.